You make me want to grab my mug. All right.
I'm being
I'm
sneaky.
being sneaky. Oh, so one of my pins apparently like broke off and at one of my friend's houses, and her mom finally found it, and it's the Anik Poison Garden.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I went there
Cool.
last summer. I really liked it. Everything in there was poisonous. Hello, everyone. Oh wow,
Hello.
that's lovely. That's a lovely sentence to walk in on. Hi, everybody.
We're not plotting anything untoward at all.
What are you talking about?
I
We're
like
live,
poisonous plants.
and we're talking about poison. It's all good.
You'll hear it eventually.
It's fine.
It's been so much fun though, because like it's been so much fun designing like animals combined with plants because she knows so much about poisonous plants
Animals.
and animals. So
birds.
it's just like
And birds, yes. We actually for her story that she's working on has a lot of like really cool Feywild stuff. And one of the creatures that I helped her make are bees of paradise. They're bees,
Okay.
but they're birds of paradise also.
So,
it was,
like,
Nice.
it was a very fun combo to make.
So much fun.
They don't sting people to death; they peck people to death.
That reminds me of an item
not
that
sure
I
which one I
was
prefer. I'll be quite
But I-
honest.
just added to
And
the campaign.
DM, if you're talking, oh, we cannot hear you.
Really? That is unfortunate. I've been talking like this whole time because we're
I was
all like,
thinking he's been weirdly quiet
live.
this morning.
you guys can't hear me at all?
Still not heard.
Evening. One word.
While he gets that sorted, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
And I'm going
Ow.
to send word out to the masses
How
of like under 30 people.
text.
Hey, it's still
talking.
masses.
Oh yeah. No, I
Mm.
just like making jokes.
I'm being sneaky. I'm being sneaky.
I
I want
think
more
somebody's
stuff.
being sneaky.
Why?
Oh
I
dear.
got the push
I want more
button.
stuff.
Charisse, where'd you go?
Here, wait. If we move my backpack, we
Is
can
that
sentry
working?
a little better in the screen.
Am I? I know for that one I'm not, but on
Hello?
there I think I'm on.
Hello.
You want me closer to you?
Yeah, you're my friend.
How dare you?
My mic is picking
Yeah,
me up
what?
though.
Like
Is stream picking me up?
You're my friend.
Stream audio test.
I want more stuff.
Watching.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
I
You're
do not know why. I
you're the party pack rat.
want more.
Oh, this isn't good. Okay, that's not too
Why
bad.
are you rolling?
Stream can hear me.
Stream can. Wow.
How odd.
Well,
I'm saying we can't hear anything on our end for you.
yeah.
Let me see.
This is a new one. It's a new technical difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
We should make a
Yeah.
bingo card.
A
Bring up
bingo
our
card.
technical
Oh
difficulties.
gosh.
Brain.
Pardon while we fix this, everybody.
As always, this.
Testing, testing. There we go. Yeah, no, it's weird. Hello? No, it's not me. It was my food. Yeah, I don't know what that was, because it was weird, because I was like, Discord was picking up my audio, and Stream was picking up my audio. OBS was like, yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, and then I even turned Stream up, and I was like, no, I can hear myself, I don't know what's going on. So, it's all worked out, though. I was going to say, I grabbed a special cup as well, since everyone else seems to be having... My camera's off now? What is going on? What is life? Okay. You know, I took 1 week off, and that's what happens. My whole life. It's just...
You
See,
make one mistake.
This is
and this is
just
what
the
happens.
entirety of Twitch telling you don't fucking take a day off.
Okay, camera on. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here
Camera
we are.
Special cup. Got it.
Yes, holy shit.
Wait, can you turn it back around?
I
Sorry.
have tankard envy.
Ooh,
I'm
I-
in love with that fucking thing.
that's so pretty.
I genuinely have tankard envy right now.
I love
Right?
it.
Mine's like a mug.
Yeah, it's got like a pressed leather wrap. Like they burn the design into it. I got them, I'm part of the Ren Fair circuit, right? So I get one. And then it's even got like a little leather strap so you can like attach it to belts and stuff.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
But
Nice.
okay.
And to answer your question, Sharice, I was just test rolling my new dice. That's all it was.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, why is there rolling sounds?
Oh, that's just me. No, I'm kidding. Not me. All right.
That's
so,
just a DM plotting our doom.
I never plot dooms.
No, it just sort of tends to happen.
Yeah, I never plan to kill you. You know, that's all it is.
You don't plan to
Well,
kill
Your
this
Honor,
kind
I
of
never
damage.
planned to kill them. It just sort of
You
happened.
don't plan to kill us, you just plan to mutilate the cleric.
And we're all fine with that.
We're not all
In
fine
my
with it.
defense.
We're trying to fix
Sorry,
it.
wrong hand.
I want to keep his limbs.
I know you want to keep him
I want to
warm.
keep them.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why you guys don't think this is a good idea. He has robotic ones that work perfectly fine.
In
I
my
just think
defense,
it's a
I
bit weird
designed
that
that
you're
thing.
holding my limbs, kiddies.
Right. Well, it's just, you know,
Aw.
until you can put them back.
You're holding his hand.
Oh,
I've now got the Beatles going through my head. Thank you.
cute.
Also, anybody interested? That is my mental age. Just the Beatles.
I figure that's kind of like a British thing, right?
Oh, it's definitely a British thing. Yeah.
It's like you just pop out, humming the Beatles, and be like, oh, yep, it is British.
I'll just be walking down the street and all of a sudden Paul McCartney jumps out and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured every crosswalk just has Beatles in them, right? Just crossing the
Yeah.
street at all times.
Yeah, you know the Abbey Road album cover? That's like half the roads in the UK.
See, I always knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
Oh, so the ring that I wear when I'm playing Cedar, it broke, but I got a new one. The exact same ring.
Oh, how'd you break it? What happened?
Oh,
It's
that's
not
cool.
really well made.
Ah, that's fair. Amazon product?
No, actually.
Wish.com?
AliExpress.
Yeah, there you go.
So especially janky. But it only costs like $1.
I've never actually successfully ordered anything from AliExpress, so...
Really?
They do
yeah.
some decent stuff on there.
They do.
It's just finding it.
You gotta know where to look.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, welcome everybody. We got everything sorted out.
Look.
Got our social time in, so thanks for the 3 people that have joined us so far for our shenanigans. I guess we can do a quick recap. So where were we at? Do you guys remember?
Airship.
Airship.
And Candace will somehow become the responsible one.
No, you're drunk in a room,
I'm not here by myself, though.
and that makes it better. How?
But the thing is you're the one that forgot that you need to maybe like say, hey, can we join you on your ship?
Cedar is starting to be comfortable with her friends. Okay, this is big for her.
And so I'm having to be the one to remind you, stuff needs to get done.
Don't shame her personal growth.
I won't shame her personal growth. I will shame her for making the most chaotic one the responsible one.
Came back.
Killis, don't shame your bird mother. Come on.
I will shame my bird mother.
Bird mother's going through a lot right now.
And so you guys are in an airship basically bound for the Blessed Isle, which is...
And I have Philo and a Dreamstone.
You do. You have a little Philo Dreamstone, don't you?
Yes, and that's why I'm getting drunk. I'm being responsible with getting drunk because I need to go to sleep.
We need an out of context compilation.
Right.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I'm getting drunk so I can sleep. Well, I've heard of a nightcap before, but never a... Would you be a death cap? I don't know what you would be at this point.
Night 10-gallon hat.
Those are fun
Right.
mushrooms. Death cap, they're cool. They're cool mushrooms.
Oh. You need to stop talking about poisonous plants right now.
Right.
But they're fun.
It's all good. Poisonous. Look, it's only a crime when you get caught. That's how these things work.
When there are no cops around, everything's legal.
Right? Exactly.
Wisdom by Grothistan.
All right. So let's see here. What music do we have going? Let's find a better one.
I love the layout of the airship. It's so cool looking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember where I found this one, but I super love it. I think this
I'll
is...
be honest.
What's up?
I'll say the fact it has cannons is not worrying to me at all.
Oh no, you
Why would
guys
that
know
be
exactly what's
disgusting?
coming.
Oh, I know exactly what's happening.
Sky battle.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right? Copyrighted music, go.
What?
There's just one thing I'm hoping it's not, and it better fucking not be this, so I'm not gonna say what it is.
Sky Kraken.
So I
Worse.
actually dumbed this fight down a little bit because when I originally thought about it, we were gonna have another player. So to balance things, you guys are facing the not as lethal encounter. So it probably is not what you're thinking of.
Okay, so it's not the Elder Tempest.
No.
Good.
Hello, Beastie.
For frame of reference, for those of you that don't know what that is, it quite literally has a ranged attack with a mile range.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna throw an Elder Tempest at you this early on. I mean,
Yeah, no thanks.
Just the younger one.
Yeah.
Just the baby one. He's just a baby.
Babby Tempest.
The baby Tempest. Tiny, tiny, tiny.
do you wanna see what I was originally gonna throw at you? Just as a
Yes.
Honestly,
Quick
yes.
Sure, for
love
shits
it.
and giggles, why
Absolutely.
not?
And then I would like to be drunk.
I've missed Kiddies so much.
Mhm. That was my original idea.
Oh,
Holy
lovely.
shit.
Oh, Dracolich!
Shit.
It's so
I
cute.
could fuck
though.
with Dracolich.
I love it. It's cute, but I don't want to fight it.
Right?
I don't want to fight it either. Can I have it as a pet?
It's cute. I don't want to fight it. I'll take it. I'll just put it in my bag. I'll tame it for a little while.
And
Oh
That,
jeez.
we could tame the mind flayer that way.
oh my god, no, the bag doesn't have oxygen in it.
But it puts you in stasis.
No, it
No,
will
it
kill
doesn't.
you if you need
No.
oxygen.
Can we put him in
Not me.
stasis and then shove him in?
He's still gonna need oxygen.
But the thing is, if his entire body's in stasis, it wouldn't need oxygen because it's like
It's
stuck
not-
in one time slot.
It's not a freaking tardigrade.
I don't know what that is. So
I showed you a whole
It's
video
like-
about them.
I forgot about it. Oh, is that the thing that doesn't die?
Yes, it's the thing that doesn't die. Hence why I use it in this metaphor.
Well, it
So,
can.
okay.
It just needs like
So-
what, 1600 years without water or air, and then it'll die.
Yeah, that's all.
I think that was it, right?
That's all.
That's
I
it.
love tardigrades. They're so cute. They're indestructible.
But if we put it in stasis,
It's not a tardigrade. You'll kill it.
But if it's in stasis.
This is becoming a circular argument.
Should we come back to this at
Yes,
some point?
yes.
So you guys are just on this ship having this argument about what you can and can't put into stasis and in a bag, and Kittis is just sitting there like shaking her bag, and a piece of toast is falling out every couple of seconds as she's trying to make a case for her argument. And the entire crew is going about their business, but they're just kind of staring at you guys.
I think we're used to that by now.
Right? And what seems to be the XO walks up to you guys and strikes up a conversation. So, I know you're welcome on my ship, but I don't quite know what you're doing here. And
Well, I'm gonna go get drunk. So do you ever like a room I could hide in?
yeah,
I think he means general, maybe, like generally what we're doing here.
Like why we're on the ship.
Yeah, I mean getting drunk. That's
mean,
kind of a normal thing, right?
I do believe that you've already claimed one of the rooms adjacent to the captain's quarters, if I remember correctly. You kind of went in and put your boots up on when you first got in, so I guess you can have that room for a little while if you'd like.
I will see you guys later.
Oh, okay then.
Oh, all right.
All right then.
Did she take that whiskey with her?
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
So
Can we borrow like a bucket and a mop? I think we might need it later.
well,
Oh mercy.
we don't usually have travelers, but we do get the sky sick from time to time. So buckets and mops are all over the deck if you need one.
Oh, thank goodness.
So that begs the question again. The trip will take a few days' time. It's faster by air than by sea, but she's still a slow boat. So we'll get to know each other for a while. Now I understand that you took over the trade routes, but don't go thinking this ship is yours by any means.
No worries.
Okay.
She says to the party after Kid has already claimed a room.
So our plan, if not diverted, is to drop at one of the lower docks into the ocean there. There's usually a party to greet us of travelers who will disperse goods and trade on the southern docks. I'm assuming you probably need more than that.
We were hoping to get to the to a dock in the Blessed Isles.
Yep, that is where we're headed. We're headed to the No Man's Land. Usually, like I said, there's a small dock that we dock at, and there are traders that come in and about, and we set up a small bazaar for a few days, trade for a few days, and fly back. Is that okay with you, or did you need different travel? I don't know if you saw above deck or can hear them, and as he says that, one kind of buzzes by, but we have smaller airships that are disposable, usually used for ship defense or more criminal trades, if I can be so blunt, that usually go a little deeper inland as needed.
I think it would be a good idea if we utilize one of the more inland ships. Don't you all think? And she turns to Gale and Dana.
I have no idea what we're doing, so I'll follow your lead, Captain Cedar.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea, but this is your venture, so I will follow Gale and follow you.
All right. I mean, I think the more we can save our energy, the better. So I think we will be taking one of those more inland routes, if that's all right.
Of course, we'll be docking, and he kind of escorts you to the captain's quarters, because I figure you guys are kind of arguing around there. He kind of points you to a door. And he pulls up a map, and he's like, okay, so typically we will, and then he kind of points to the map. Typically we land about right here. That's where our trading bazaar gets set up for a few days. Whereabouts do you all need to go?
Give me just a second to review a thing.
So what sort of things are normally at the bazaar, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just out of general curiosity.
Well, the Owlin nomads make really fine material cloths, blankets, very elaborate, almost really high quality goods considering they don't have formal looms and buildings set up. It's almost all handcrafted. So we take a lot of what the nomads make and we sell them inland for probably 8 or 9 times what we buy them for just because of their quality. They don't tend to know what they have, and they don't really have the outreach to sell them very much other places. But you can get a lot of handmade goods, ceramics, crafts, things like that. That the noble houses on land really eat them up. And then we trade stocks of weapons, foodstuffs mostly, preserved foods, things like that that they can use in their to make their travels a little easier. They're not much in the way of setting up established farms. They're nomadic. These ones are so. Uh, and then right when he says that they do sell some arms, you notice that everyone on the ship seems to be extremely well armed. Like you have deckhands that you would think would be wearing like lighter clothing to help maneuver around the ship and clean and do all the things to like maintain a ship, but the most of the crew is like armed. They have what look like to be flintlock style rifles, pistols, swords, scimitars, things like that, and they're all in leather or heavier armor, which is really strange considering the job entails them to move around a lot.
Hmm. I must say, you
So,
men are very impressively armed.
Hopefully, you won't have to find out why.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
um, so I was looking at the maps, and I'm thinking we would probably want to go towards Jusha, more towards the Imperial Mountain, especially if, well, and then I kind of like to the other two, I kind of point out like a small island just north of the mainland, especially if that's our ultimate destination.
Well, yeah, our little schooner here could probably take you in that direction, no problem. The near the mountain ridges there, it's usually a lot more dense with forests and things like that. So we can probably take you as far as the mountains in that time. And he kind of points to the map. I mean, we could probably get you as far north as about there, with the range of the smaller ship.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, that works for.
Honestly, anything helps.
Of course. Okay. Well, I'm not one to pry too much into the whys of others, so I will leave you all to your own devices. If you need anything, come find me. I'm Exo Capsule. Um, the captain is around, but he usually doesn't talk to passengers. He's got other things on his plate. So, again, name is Capsule. If you need anything, please come find me.
I do have one question.
Of course.
Um, do y'all have a workstation around somewhere that I can tinker?
I got yeah, I got a small place you could probably go. Basic crafts, repairs, things like that. Um, it's usually in the lower part of the deck. Um, there's a front section that has a couple of below the observation deck has a couple of workstation crafts, leatherworking tools, basic repair jobs, things like that. Nothing like a heated metal forge, but when things break or splinter, we tend to fix them in flight. So you could probably head there. And he points to the front lower part of the ship.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be spending the majority of my time in there. If you need me, you know where to find me.
All right. And he kind of nods, and he was like, "The dinner bell will go off. You'll likely hear at night at sunset. Um, we have one request for anyone. Try not to make too much noise after the sun goes down."
May I ask why?
Yeah, they hunt by sound and light. This high up in the sky over the Blessed Isle, you get the Kiplins, the Keepines. They're a particularly nasty group of. I don't really know what they are, to be honest. But if you're not careful, you make too much noise. You get to meet them firsthand.
Good. I will keep that in mind.
All right. With that, I'll take my leave, and he leaves, and he lets you guys kind of explore.
I'm gonna turn to Cedar really quickly, and I'm gonna go. No disrespect. Can you get out of my head, please?
What?
You did the thing, you know.
Oh, I totally forgot I was doing that. Yeah. I disconnect the telepathy.
Thank you. And
No problem. I totally forgot I was even doing that.
Dana heads off towards the repair area.
Wonder if Dana's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I don't know,
understand the request, but
I realized I said the front, I meant the rear.
That's
So,
fine.
I dropped you where I pointed you to, a small little work area on the lowest stack.
Okay. And then are there any jeweler's supplies there?
Jeweler supplies specifically?
just try and move Kittis.
Yep, I will say that probably.
Oh, stretched.
Okay.
I haven't touched her.
Okay. Sorry,
Um,
Kittis is
Trying to
stretched.
fix it.
Okay.
Kid is
Um,
fantastic.
Yes.
So she's gonna head to the workstation, find the jeweler's supplies, pull a 10 gold ruby from her pocket, and start messing with it, trying to create that magical item that you, Charisse, and I discussed.
More stuff.
Okay.
Welcome to TLC's Hoarders.
I have a
Right.
bag of holding. We're gonna test on how much it can hold.
Oh boy.
Hold on, let's see
gosh.
here. Did we determine how long that was going to take?
We did not.
Let's see here. So we are. Let me see. Sorry, trying to. It's in our chat, right?
I think we discussed it on a call.
Ah, that's right. That's right. Trying to remember because I don't think I wrote it down. That's a bad DM.
I can tell you exactly what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, drop it to me via chat if
Okay.
you can, just real quick.
Yeah. Yep. There
Next,
you
I'm gonna
are.
find a bag of magic items.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna collect every type of bag we
Oh
have
gosh.
Oh no.
that this universe
I'm
has.
terrified.
It's gonna be every bag.
Oh no.
Well, that's an exciting prospect because I have many types of bags.
Yes.
As you can see, Kiddis's collection is so large, she had to buy several different storage containers.
Okay.
No, I needed new things to pull stuff out.
How
of.
is it not a storage containment?
That's right.
Bag of my 99 items. Pull out.
Put in bag of holding.
But in bag of holding, I will be so surprised if the bag of holdings thing I actually hit the max.
I won't
You
be
definitely
surprised.
will. The max is not that large. It's only
What?
500 pounds.
So I will
Okay.
need a new bag. And I'm going to have to start labeling stuff. It's in bag. It's in toast bag. This is. I
Is
just
there
have
such
a
thing
little-
as a D&D label maker?
I think I'm going to
Right.
have to have like a journal that has like this is one's in toast bag
She has an entire inventory.
of everything I have. I currently have one as me.
I know. I've seen it.
That's right.
It's
So
categorized.
that's not going to take very long because I think we put that as common. So let me give me the okay. So go ahead and just hit the 4 rolls then.
Okay.
And
Just straight or with my int mod?
so this is just going to be straight rolls because it's going to. Oh right. Do you have proficiency in the jewelers?
I do not.
You do not. Okay. So no modifiers then. Just do a straight roll.
500 pounds.
First one for time, the other 3 for your average.
Okay, so for time, that's a 15.
Okay.
First for the other 3 is a 12.
Oh,
Okay.
I almost died laughing last time. Like,
And then we have another 12 and a 7.
Powerhouse of the cell or make it a lifter. And for some reason that made me laugh so hard, and I couldn't stop laughing. I was completely alone in the middle of the night, just laughing my head off.
Okay.
Lifter right under the powerhouse of the cell.
Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna say it's gonna take 6 days.
Okay.
It's not gonna cost any more than the ruby that you already pulled out. So we'll call it 10 gold. And it's gonna take about 6 days for you to craft. So it's gonna be basically you kind of carving very intricately, to kind of and like manifest the idea of what you're going for into this. And it's going to actually have a perk. But it's only when a condition is being met.
Okay.
So when we finish crafting it and we get the item card, I'll add the perk.
All right. So then just before I start crafting, I'm gonna walk back upstairs, and I'm gonna find the room with my 3 party members, and I'm gonna say, hey, just quickly before I get busy for the next few days, while it's still today, there was something I wanted to say.
Yeah, of course.
I pull out two little like half sheets of paper, and I scribble down on each of them, and I hand one to Kittis and one to Cedar, and it's an IOU for Chris Yulmus.
Aww. Thank you. You don't owe us
And then
anything.
I walk over to Gale, and I put a hand on his shoulder, and I go, "I think you've already gotten your gifts," and she kind of chuckles.
Yeah, I think you've got me enough gifts to last me for like 5 Christmases. Not that we're keeping count, of course.
No. Just, the armor, the hand, the foot. And she kind of rattles off, but she's like laughing the entire time. So
You
she's
could say it
kidding.
costs you an arm and a leg.
No, it costs you.
Oh yeah.
Cedar's hand goes over her beak.
I tried to
I
make a
still
joke
think
and it
that-
backfired.
I have to say though, if those things look really good on you.
I'm afraid of the next part of this
You don't
sentence.
get to keep the hand and foot, God damn it.
Oh, well, I'm sure she's getting attached. Oh wait, hang on a minute.
Oh. I gotta find her like a reanimate spell. I'll homebrew it. That way she could reanimate the foot whenever she wants and have it like dance.
Ah.
Oh god.
I
Sounds like
love
King from the
Wait,
Addams
you're gonna
Family.
have like little hand providers. You're gonna sing.
Basically.
That's what the entire plan of
Nice.
this character.
I know, but now you have thing.
But blue. We're not talking emotionally, we're talking,
And then so she's gonna head back downstairs, get working on crafting, and question if I do what I did with Gale's armor and I put in 16-hour days, can I cut that down to 3?
Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Only because your long rest takes 4 hours, right? So
Right.
yeah. Yeah, so that way basically when you guys land, if you make it, you could probably be done.
Cool.
Throughout these couple days, I think Cedar's gonna make sure that she's like bringing whenever there's like the dinner bell ringing, she like brings some food to Dana. Because she wants to make sure Dana eats.
Yeah.
And immediately when all our conversations are done, Kiz pulls out her alcohol and pops it.
Okay.
One shot.
So,
Shot!
And just straight for the bottle.
Oh gosh. Wow.
all right.
Then
So is your plan to
Just
drink
don't
yourself
projectile
into a
vomit this
stupor?
time.
Your plan is to just basically drink tonight?
Yep, the plan is to just knock myself out.
All right. Is Cedar and Gale doing anything specific aside from making sure Dana eats?
I think Gale's probably going to try and get on his bedroll, and he's going to perch himself up in the crow's nest at night time. If such a thing exists on a ship that is powered by massive arcane gems, of course.
Yeah. No, there is definitely a crow's nest, and you will find yourself with company up there. Just one other lookout who will probably awkwardly strike up conversation with you, but there would be, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, if I bump you off my wings, I do apologise. I'll try and swoop down and save you.
Nope. It's all good. That's a mighty fine pair of attachments you have. And that was super nondescript. You don't know if he's talking about your hand and foot or your wings.
Gale is just going to reply, thanks, you too.
All right. So one
I
unique thing that does happen is that the dinner bell isn't so much a bell or a whistle, but it's kind of a buzzing sound. That seems to be. You guys know? Are you guys familiar with like the mosquito sound?
Oh, I hate
Yes.
that.
So
I hate
Yeah.
it's like a
I hate it
sound
so much.
that you can only hear at like a certain range.
It's almost like a whining.
Yeah, so you'll find that it's more over like a frequency of sound, and then when you hear that sound, you notice the people start to kind of shuffle towards the upper deck, and they set out basically a table with spoons and bowls and things like that, and everyone kind of gets some gruel, and they have like a tankard of water, but they also have a smaller tankard that they quarter fill with a grog in it, if you will. Not that it's needed, given this is a sky ship, but it's almost there for tradition's sake. It's a very lime infused water with just like a 1 part rum, and it's moreover, like I said, ceremonial. Just given that they're still on a ship of some sort, that they do it. And you'll notice once the sun kind of sets and the ship gets really silent, it also dims. All the orange lanterns turn kind of a blue, a soft pale blue, so that the light really doesn't even go past the ship itself. It's not a beacon. It also slows, whereas the ship was flying pretty quickly, but as the night kind of settles in, it slows almost to a crawl as it just kind of hums through the sky silently in blue light. And you notice the air of stress as, every time you kind of walk past someone and they walk past you, they kind of grip their guns and their swords as they're kind of keeping an eye on the sky. Except for Kittis, who's downstairs getting drunk. So how are we doing that? How wasted are you at this point?
I'm currently just drinking from the bottle until I start feeling it, and until I feel enough whirls and my body gives out.
Then we can say that's kind of exactly what happens. You are more focused on the drinking than anything else really going along around you. You find yourself in a nice room, like I said, adjacent to the captain's quarters.
And I make sure that Philo Stone is like right next to me the entire time.
Yeah.
Like I'm making sure that thing is next to my head.
So just in case you pass out, you like fall asleep next to it.
Yep.
It'd be funny if you fell asleep like on it, so there's like just a gem imprint in your face when you wake up.
Wait, how steady is the gem? Would it crack?
That would definitely see something that could happen.
So you indeed pass out drunk. You take shot after shot after shot after shot, And almost like in the movies when people are doing the shot for shot competition, you almost kind of, you were focusing so much on drinking that you actually kind of take a step and realize that your body just really isn't your own anymore. And you kind of fall to your knees, sitting up for a second, and then fall sideways. The stone kind of hitting the ground and falling adjacent to you. It lands right next to you in front of your eyes, and you close your eyes and pass out. Just the last thing you see is the gem.
I'm gonna have to heal her, aren't I?
Probably.
And in your mind's eye, a green light kind of takes over, and you can almost see, as clear as day, the ship around you. As you look down and see your body laying there, your dream almost is you having an out-of-body experience, looking down at your body, but surrounding you is just this green light. And as you continue to kind of dream and wander, you hit a barrier, and you place your hand against it, and it's just this almost transparent green glass. And so you turn around in your dream and you go the other way. And eventually you run into another green pale glass, and you realize that you, in your dream, are wandering around inside the dreamstone. What do you do?
Well, this is a no. I start trying to analyze the walls and stuff like that, and try to figure out how it all works.
Okay. I guess roll an investigation. You're trying to figure out how it all works and what you're around.
17.
Well, that's pretty good. So as you kind of begin to look around, you are standing on kind of a flat plane, but it's almost artificial, right? You create the ground in your mind, and when you try to go down steps, you can go down steps, and you'll get closer to the bottom, and then if you feel like you're climbing up steps, you'll get closer towards the top. But you are in the stone, shaped a lot like a ruby from Legend of Zelda. You are existing inside this stone, and you can kind of tap it, and you don't hear the tapping of glass like that thunk thunk that you would imagine you would hear, but you actually hear what sounds like singing crystals tapping together and resonating. But for the most part, it just feels empty.
This is interesting. Okay. Philo? You in here?
Let's see here.
We've got the green lighting.
We got the green.
We got the green lighting.
You feel a pull, but not like a hey come here, like a hey come here, but on your essence. Almost as if it wants maybe a piece of you.
Like my soul or a spell slot?
Roll an arcane.
What?
See if you can suss out what it's wanting.
That be an arcana?
Would that
Yeah.
be? Yeah, what would that be?
An arcana,
Arcana.
excuse me.
Well, right, 12.
It doesn't seem like it would kill you.
Okay.
The bare minimum.
That's how we got the bag of mundane items.
I know.
It said won't kill you.
I know.
Alright. So,
Trust me, I know.
do you surrender yourself to it?
Do I think it's like a god or do like both or anything?
It feels like something is pulling on you, but
You
not
know, be
from
all
your
powerful.
physical body, just from your energy, your essence, your chakra, your soul. It's asking for like a part of everything you are. But you don't feel like it's necessarily malicious, and you don't feel like it's going to kill you. But
Oh, if it's
right
not
now,
malicious,
Mhm.
might as well. So many other things on my soul. Let's go. The Fey Queen.
Is this how she's gonna like how she saves her soul? Just deal it to so many other people that
They
no
all
one
fight
knows.
over it. No one owns it.
No one knows, so she just lives her life like while everyone else is fighting.
It's like that Skyrim argument who gets a Dragonborn soul at the very end.
What?
It's like the end of
What?
it's like the whole Skyrim argument of the Dragonborn. Who gets
Yes.
their soul when they die?
Hmm.
So you give into the pool, and you drop that barrier that you had around yourself. And what you feel like is you're like, hey, I'm inviting this in, right? I'm inside of here, I'm going to let it in. But the moment you drop your barrier and kind of succeed to it, you feel this swirling of energy inside of you, and visually, green smoke begins to pour out of your eyes, your ears, your mouth. Your fingertips fall off as green smoke begins to kind of pull from your fingertips. Your body almost splits in half for a second and reconnects. It's just pieces of yourself and your essence and your energy just kind of permeate around into a green cloud focused on one central place. And it doesn't hurt, but you can feel a purple cloud fill in the gaps that this green energy has pulled away from you, and almost as if there's an exchange going on. You wake up,
Hi.
but not the same night. You've been asleep for nearly 36 hours.
Did anyone know?
Your body hurts as until you can break the exhaustion, you have 5 points of it.
Whoa.
I got some exhaustion, my dude.
Go to bed.
You
Go
can't
to sleep.
you can't feel
Go to sleep again.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Sorry.
right?
Sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry.
Your body, you can barely move. You sit up and it takes every part of you. But what's interesting is if you focus long enough, you see a chain coming from your chest, wrapped in a red thread. And when you open your eyes, they're kind of like crusted a little bit because you've been asleep for so long. You open your eyes, and there's Philo floating in front of you. A chain in his chest with a red thread wrapped around it, connected in the middle with yours. You feel his presence inside of you, and you see your presence inside of him, as he's just tiny, very, very tiny, and the gem is gone.
Hey, buddy.
He's back.
How are you? I hope you're doing better than me.
He shakes his head. He's not. But what's interesting about this now is you are spiritually connected to Philo. So you two are your own entities still. However, you can communicate to him, but not necessarily with words, but with feelings. and you can always tell where he is, even when you can't see him.
Oh, this is gonna be so much fun, my dudes. This is why you impulse.
You just got Fairy Queen's familiar as your own familiar now, is what I'm hearing.
I don't know. I just know I got Philo back.
Yay, the fuzzy purple moth!
This is why
We
you
have our
impulse
fluffy boy.
everything.
The fluffy boy has returned!
It does
You know
not
what's
want
called?
to be good.
Grenade.
No. Not the lesson we learned.
That is the lesson we just
No.
learned. This is not bad. Therefore, do it.
So
Oh, goodness.
so you know, 5 points of exhaustion will get you disadvantage on ability checks. Your speed is halved. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, and strength checks, and spells.
All saving throws.
All saving
Oh,
throws. Your max HP is halved, and your speed right now is reduced to 0. However, thematically, if you're walking around, you can get there. It'll just take you a little while. It is now... What would that be? Because it would be... You were asleep for 36 hours. It was probably dinner time first night. So, dinner time second night. So we're morning of the 3rd day. You have one more night of travel aboard this ship before you land on the following morning.
I'm going back to bed, my dudes, and hopefully someone brings me food at some
I mean,
point.
I was gonna
Peter
say,
brings food.
would all of us would be aware that Kid has been MIA for 36 hours and would be at her bedside, right?
If you wanted to, if you chose to be there, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Better be working
Yeah.
on that thing, Dana.
Cedar's got it. Mom's got it. Cedar's got it.
So
Hold on.
Don't
Do you
worry,
need a
Mom's
healer
got
as
it.
well? I can pop in as well.
yeah.
Wait, did you lock the door? Didn't you lock the door?
I don't remember.
I thought you said you locked it.
I just got drunk.
Well, if it's locked, I pick the lock. I'm knocking. What was it? Oh, Charlie, I'm knocking to respect your privacy, but I'm asserting my authority as your business partner by coming in anyway.
There are only 2 locks in this entire ship. One is in the captain's quarters, and one is in the captain's room. So, you will find that the Exo's room that she stole is completely open without too much trouble.
Okay.
Well, that's great for privacy.
Anyway.
So yes. So that is what happens to you.
Woot. I got
You
Philo
got
back.
the job done.
I got the job done. I got what I wanted. I didn't
Drunk.
realize what it would cost me, but I got what I wanted.
That just sums up your character. In a sentence.
I'm bad at negotiation, guys.
No. I think during this time, I think Cedar's probably kind of strolling around the ship. For a little bit, she goes and looks at the arcane gems that are fueling the ship. She sketches them in her little notebook that she just has on her. Then after she looks at that for a while, she's at the very front of the ship, just kind of got her wings stretched out, letting the wind kind of go through them, and she's kind of I want her to be working on that one of those spells that we talked about, the lower one. So dazzling trickery, that's what it was called. I sent them to you. So she kind of is taking this time to literally invent a spell.
Okay.
She got bored.
No worries. Let's see here. You are
Your character
inventing
is such a
spell.
nerd.
What?
Your character is such a nerd, and I love it.
Hehe.
I
She
got
gets it
bored.
from-
I'll make a
from
new
me.
spell.
I'm bored. I'm going to get new magic into the universe.
I'm going to push the boundaries of magical science.
Sounds about right.
As long as I'm not committing various war crimes, that's okay.
Okay.
I'm going to commit
So
all
this is-
the war
This
crimes.
is what we're gonna do. So you are working on this at Kiddis's bedside, right?
Yeah, I
Essentially.
think after. Yeah.
After you discover Kidis is not waking up.
Yeah. I'm just might as well. She'll wake up eventually.
Hopefully.
At this point, I'm the kid will wake up. Yeah. She's fine. She's fat.
So give me 4 rolls. Just
Of
straight
what?
straight rolls. First one with an intelligence bonus, and the other 3 just straight rolls.
Okay.
With like a D20.
Just d20.
Okay, so with the intelligence, that first one's a 9.
Okay.
Then a 14.
Okay.
Then a 4.
Okay.
And then a 1.
Oh,
Did you actually get a 1?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I did if I didn't.
No worries. Okay. So
Why
that's
would I
truthful,
lie about
guy.
that?
all good. So here's how this is gonna play out. Okay. So Dana's crafting, right? Needs a full 3 days. You guys know you have one more overnight. For the most part, it's been very uneventful. You'll notice a lot of the crew hasn't really slept. They sleep in shifts, but mostly everyone kind of remains at the ready. For the most part, you have listened when they said be quiet at night. I mean, you've been in your room studying with
Oh
Kiddis.
no.
Harry has kind of gone. Up
Sorry,
to the
who's
crow's-
Harry?
Oh,
Who's Harry?
God,
What?
that's a good question. Gale
Who's
is
that?
kind of a
So Gale has an apprentice.
Gale has an apprentice. Harry is the guy in the crow's nest with Gale. They hang
Yeah!
out. They've gotten to know each other quite well because Gale goes up there from time to time. Man, I'm 2 sessions in a row where I did that. I'm horrible with names. I'm sorry, guys.
It's cool. We're into the law here.
Call me out. Who's Harry? Good question. It's a guy. He seems to be everywhere in this world. But anyways, moving on. So you kind of shop the ass with him for a couple of days up in the crow's nest. Are you doing anything else while the days pass, Gail?
So I think when Gale is going to try and check in on Kiddis, and while he's in the room, he's going to try and sort of cast a Lesser Restoration spell, just to try and remove at least the hangover element of her condition and make it a bit easier when she wakes up.
Okay. So yeah, you definitely smell the alcohol when you walk into the room, and it's like coming from her sweat as she's just like having almost like a nightmare while she's just like exchanging souls with Philo, or pieces of herself at least.
Oh,
So
Kiddis, what have you
yes,
done?
you definitely cast the restoration, and the hangover will be gone, but the exhaustion will definitely still be there.
That's okay. I know we won't be able to do anything about the exhaustion, but anything to at least ease her suffering.
For sure.
As a player, been there. Not for 36 hours, but I've definitely been there. I think he's going to spend the rest of his time kind of marveling at the ship. Because a little bit of a lore reveal for you guys. Gale went for a bit of a rebellious phase as a teenager, and he wanted to be sort of a navy person. So he was obsessed with ships. So he's going to be walking around just marveling at everything and just being on a ship.
Aww.
In that sort of respect, it's like, wow, just like 2 solid days.
Yeah. So one of the things that you probably go and like is the navigation, as you are kind of seen rolling around the ship. Harry during the day will find you and be like, "Hey, I got permission from the captain to take you someplace because I know how much you like ships." And he's actually going to take you to the navigation bridge. And what this is you finally see where the captain is, and it's not so much a wheel that the captain has, but his hands are kind of holding on to 2 stones that are floating above 2 pedestals. And you can see that's how he kind of navigates and steers the ship. But all around you is basically a sphere of magical glass that you know there's wooden deck above you and below you, but if you're looking down, you can completely see the sky below you and above you, and then you turn around in the back wall where the ship should be. There's another set of panels that are completely almost like you're looking through the entire ship unrestricted, and you can see in a 360 view around you. And up against the far walls and the back walls, there are a couple of other people with navigation charts and things like that, doing calculations and kind of tinkering away. There's a sundial in there to kind of go about what time of day it is and stuff like that. And there seems to be some activity here. But that's kind of the surrounding. And after Harry and you were in there for a little while, the captain kind of clears his throat. And you see Harry jump a little bit and then kind of escort you out.
Literally me in real life. Yeah, the entire time Gale's gonna be amazed because he hasn't looked at airships as such. It's mainly been seafaring vessels. So this is a whole new world for him in so many ways.
Okay, so the day passes, and the dinner bell, you hear that familiar hum, and most of the crew begin to kind of go to the top side of the deck. It's a little bit later than usual because they're kind of closer to the land, so the sun is kind of setting at a different time. It's actually setting as dinner is going on. But you also feel the second hum, and you see the lights on the ship begin to dim, where everyone begins to kind of eat, but now in the dark. And as Cedar is creating this brand new spell, she's kind of writing down what she imagines the spell would be. And Kittis has now gone back to sleep off one of the points of exhaustion.
My that cause problems.
So when you wake
So-
up, Kittis, you'll have 3 points of exhaustion still, but you wake up to
great.
the sound
Oh.
of fireworks.
Why are there fireworks?
Oh, Cedar.
No, no,
Cedar,
no.
writing in her spell book, goes, I wonder if this could work like this. And as she does this, her quill kind of completes a magic circle, and her spell book becomes alive, and a black smoke fills
Oh,
half
no, that's not good.
of the center cabin as it begins to seep out of the windows and the walls and the middle deck. And she's like, she cannot breathe. She drops her book, and out of her book, as it hits the ground, fireworks shoot out. Boom, 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 as the entire
No,
ship
no.
shakes.
I go to sleep. And you're the ones that cause the problems.
For once, it's not me.
I'm
Cedar
assuming this would be loud enough for Dana to hear.
Yeah, it's loud enough that everyone hears it.
She's gonna,
mhm.
having heard the warning on day 1, instead of running to check with the noises, she pulls out her scimitars and runs to top deck.
Okay.
Cedar tries to full body tackle the book and like just kind of shut it, like like in Harry Potter when the book opened up and like that face came out of it.
Yeah, the Monster Book of Monsters.
Same
I'm
pen.
thinking.
No, in the restricted section
Oh yes,
Yeah.
okay, I got
when it started screaming. Same amount of
I should
panic.
know that straight away. Mr. Potter.
So, the entire ship still silent. Everyone in the crew, cold sweat and paleness wash over their face as they're just remaining to be quiet. They set their food bowls down basically on the deck so softly that you don't even hear the spoons shift in the bowl. You notice that all the bowls and silverware are actually wood, so they wouldn't actually make a lot of noise. As a fog begins to roll through the sky,
And I mean,
you see now people readying their weapons, looking around, scared, keeping an eye on the sky. You hear a soft screaming as someone is pulled off deck behind you, Dana. You look back, and then you hear screaming from the front of the ship as someone else is now also thrown off the deck. And you all can roll for initiative.
And I still have 3
I'm
points
so
of exhaustion.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
16.
Hold on,
Natural
that's
20.
not-
19.
13.
I got points of exhaustion, but I'm still rolled high on initiative.
And what were you again, Cedar?
13. The only thing making me feel better right now is the fact that I know we were going to have combat today.
Yeah.
Yay!
Unfortunately, Cedar does not know this, so she has no comfort in that fact.
Cedar's in danger.
Right. So let me go ahead and build this encounter over here really quick.
Gosh. I am so happy it's not a Dracolich today.
Mhm.
Yo, what?
Oh, that
What is
that is
that?
Mothman. That is Mothman.
Mothman! Wait.
Oh, for goodness
Yes.
sake.
My sister made this for me.
So where would Dana be on top
That
deck?
is adorable.
I will let you pick.
I love it.
Okay.
Oh,
Well
where's
then,
Gale?
can I
Cool
ask,
looking.
because Dana was there and actively saw people getting thrown around, which of the enemies would she identify as the largest threat?
So Mothman would probably be the largest threat.
Mhm.
But you're noticing now that there are a ton of like flying creatures around the ship as well.
Mhm.
But you can tell that the largest threat would probably be the one at the front of the ship because its large form and its wings spread and they almost glitter in the lunar moonlight. Um, it's not giving orders that you can see,
Mhm.
but it's the most domineering presence aboard the ship.
All right. And so those three other figures, are they on the ship or flying above the ship?
Right now, they're probably flying around the ship. Two actually are unseen. I just didn't feel like hiding them because it's a pain in the butt. The ones that pulled people off the ship are kind of in the air. They just pulled people off, and you can hear the crunching of bones breaking and legs being severed, as it sounds like people are being eaten as they're carried through the sky off the ship. So right now on top deck there are three monsters.
Okay.
There's two of the Kiplin
Um,
and one Mothman.
Well, I don't know where my token is. Oh, there I am. So I will put myself about there.
Okay. So, where's Gale?
I kind of feel like Gale would have been up on the top deck with the crew at the time, maybe having some of the food, and would have been following suit, drawing the weapon at the same time as the others. So I'm trying to think where roughly a table would be. If I put myself where that sort of main mizzen mast is right there, that seems fairly central, right?
Yep, sounds good.
Cool.
And because I will give you guys
We can die.
Ah.
Woo!
Ninjas.
there we go.
I would like to offer a formal apology.
You'll
I
definitely have to.
freak out.
I know. Oh gosh.
So here's what everybody sees now. We have creatures that have onboarded. You can tell because you can hear the creaking. They're letting out kind of like a sound as they kind of creak and move through the ship. The weight of their claws digging in, you can hear them kind of cracking into the wooden decks and the wooden portions of the boat as they kind of move around, thrashing around. You hear tons of people screaming and alive, like, get them, get your arms. And so you see people draw weapons and fight. People are being thrown off the ship. You see the three small schooner craft that they had flying around, um, with people on them taking pot shots at some of the um, flying owl-like creatures around the ship. And so now it's just absolute chaos of combat, as you hear people screaming and needing, like, screaming for help and being thrown off the ship and fighting, as these onslaught of things just keep coming. And I need some battle music, I think, right?
I just tested all 3 of my d20s. Just like,
Oh,
who's
dear.
ready?
Who's ready to
There we
This
go.
combat
back
session
some
is gonna
Mothman?
suck for me. What is that?
Living.
Trying to
But
find
if
good
I could-
combat music, so there we go.
Where's the fun in that? Living.
Since when have Cadus's survival instincts won anything?
What survival instincts?
Shush.
Never.
I it would be good though, because if I have to go at any point. So
Alright, so that one better?
Just at the end. Okay, I'm going back to bed now. Bye. Have fun.
You're like, bye.
Don't die! I need the healer!
What?
don't die.
Don't die. Good night. How is she gonna sleep?
I got Vela
She
to help me sleep
will.
now.
Oh yeah, he'll knock you out, don't worry. He's all about you dreaming right now.
He's like, I need food.
I need food.
I'm hungry.
Okay,
I need
so,
green food.
now...
Suspense
Sully,
is
which one
killing
of
me
us speaks the truth? Oh, you mean me. Thank you, Sully.
Okay.
You know what, Sully? Shut up.
right now.
So, this is where we're at now. Kittis and Cedar mid-deck, hole in the side of the ship, that was just exploded from the pressure from these fireworks. You can see kind of smoke venting out of a hole in the room that you're in, and you can hear the screaming and the shots. Occasionally you can see a ship flying by, and they have what looks to be standard dwarven flintlock rifles and pistols, but when they fire them, they're almost as if it's fire wands, as pillars of flame shoot out of the weapon and kind of rip holes of fire into these moth owl hybrid jackalope looking bird things, and kind of then they attach themselves to one of the ships and then begin to climb and bash their antlers and rip their hands and fingers into decks, like getting through the wood, eventually creating holes that they're tunneling in and through. And that will bring us to the top of our combat round as Gale. As all this is happening around you, what do you do?
Okay. Gail's going to see there's the dwarf. I'm guessing that's one of the crewmen on the left-hand side of that deck. He's going to try and advance roughly behind, and he's going to take aim with a guiding bolt at this owl creature behind him.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's going to be +7 to hit. How's an 18?
That hits.
Nice. So that is, because it's only first level, that's going to be 46 damage. Right, that is radiant damage as well. Oh, that's not a good first roll. Come on. Okay, so it's going to be 9 points of radiant damage. And because it's a going bolt, next attack roll against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage, because they're all lit up.
Perfect. Okay.
I can't do much for my bonus action because there are no stones on a ship. And I always rely on magic stone. I don't want to do anything for spiritual weapon because it's too scattered. So for now, I'm going to end my turn there. And then if we get a bit more sort of centralized, it'll be a bit easier for me to do bonus stuff.
Okay. So perfect.
Hi,
And-
chaotic.
Hey, it's
Hello.
chaotic.
Drinking.
Hello. I have so many points of exhaustion.
And I accidentally caused problems.
And I'm here.
Well, you're lending a hand. A hand. And
Too soon, man. Too
I have been
soon.
hydrating. We all have been.
Yes. I haven't.
Okay,
I haven't.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure you were hydrating.
I was
so
dehydrated yesterday.
Kittis, it is your turn. So what would you like to do?
Okay, is there any of them that are even remotely close to me?
So you are in the middle deck. If you leave the room, you can kind of go around the corner and go down to the lower deck. And that will be kind of lower deck on the lower right. And so if you were to kind of go around and go to the lower deck, you would end up probably around right there.
All right. How far away? I would go down there and be like, well, I could just grab my spell book and say, Viva la vida. Let's go.
So your movement right now is, I believe,
15 feet.
Yeah, it's halved. So you could probably kind of start to crawl your way using the wall to prop you up to about right there, leaving the room and kind of going around the corner.
All right. Can I, let's see. That behind. Well, I guess I'll just cast mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Because might as well since I can't freaking move.
Sorry, you decided to give part of your essence away to something else. You know, not my fault.
You
All right.
should know if you give me something and say it's not malicious and won't kill you that I'm going to do it.
Well, you rolled a 12.
Yeah, this is your fault, DM.
I know. I'm sorry. All right. So you got mage armor then, and is that going to complete your turn?
I guess so, because like let's say my bonus action. I mean, I can teleport, but the problem is I can't see where I'd be teleporting to. So I'll just wait.
Okay. So as you go through, you go through this, you wash your mage over arm. You hear coming from right above you a couple of different things. The ship itself begins to speed up at exhilarating speed, whereas you're used to it going very, very quietly in the night. To try to outpace some of the creatures flying around the ship, it's like beginning to pick up pace and zoom off. But you hear 2 feet plant itself into the top deck as it begins to crack and shake and splinter, as this Mothman begins to spread his wings completely unfazed by this, his wings catching even more moonlight. And I need Dana and... Nope, Gale went south. So Dana and Guard to roll what saving throw? I should have this memorized. My bad. Hang on, please. Wisdom saving throw.
All right. That's a 14.
Okay. So you feel almost like a psychic essence, like penetrate through your body, almost like knocking your soul out of your body and kind of snapping back forward as you just got bludgeoned with psychic damage. You take 4 physical damage.
Okay.
And you...
For reference.
Mothman is watching you.
Watching.
You
Always.
kind of actually get knocked
Always
prone.
watching.
Like you feel like you kind of have to take a knee. So you do get knocked prone because you didn't save.
Okay.
But that will be the Mothman's turn, aside from digging in and doing that attack. The guard also did not save, but he is kind of squatting down now. And okay. So that was a Mothman. And it is your turn, Dana.
All right. I will use 15 feet of movement to stand up. My other 15 feet to get next to Mothman. Bonus action, take my right scimitar and rake it across my arm, activating my Right of the Dawn. And then take 2 strikes at Mothman.
Okay.
Okay, so that is a 19 plus 8, 27 to hit.
To hit? Yeah, no, it hits.
And the other missed because I got a 5 flat. So unless a 13 hits,
No, 13 does not
Yeah.
hit.
didn't think so. Ouch, double ones. So that's 6 slashing, 1 radiant.
6 slashing, 1 radiant. Okay.
Still damage. Still counts.
Yeah. And that is my turn.
Yeah, he seems to be doing okay. He doesn't really seem phased. You kind of raked your sword right across the chest, and it really kind of like singed some of like the fur that's there, but he seems completely unfazed and unbothered.
Okay.
And so that's going to be your turn. Cedar, you're up.
All right, I run up to the top deck. So basically, wait, I'm trying to think how far I can go with the stairs and stuff. Maybe about right here, or how close can I?
You kind of have a hole in the wall in the room that you
Oh, okay.
kind of caused. So if you wanted to go out through the hole and fly,
Yeah.
you could probably get out to just where the steps were, but you'd probably have about 20 feet of movement from this spot right here.
So yeah, I am right there.
Okay.
Oh, what happened? Sorry, clicked the wrong thing on the Google Doc. There we go. And from there, I would like to cast Cedar's which one is it? Cedar's Winged Gambit at that owl thingy jackalope right there. At first level.
Okay.
So I gotta, come on, be nice to me. You little, it's a 10.
10 to hit?
What?
Was that a 10 to hit?
Yes.
No.
Dang it.
That does not hit, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Aw, thank you. Thank you, Chaotic. I'm trying to think if there is anything I want to do. I don't know if I can really do anything other than just start going, I'm sorry.
You're like, boom! I missed. It wasn't me. It was.
It was Bob.
She knows this is her fault, and she is going
It was
to
Harry.
start apologizing.
It was Harry. All right.
Or Celtic Yura.
What?
Say my name backwards for a chaotic blessing. Or
Ooh,
trying
wait.
to, at least.
If I say my name backwards and get the chaotic blessing, can I re-roll?
I will. You know what? Chaotic's here. Why not?
Yes.
We'll let it
Okay.
happen.
I think my name backwards would be A+. So now I get to re-roll.
All right. Don't miss.
Come on. Be freaking nice to me. Okay, that's an 18.
Okay, that hits.
Ah, thank the Lord above. So,
And think chaotic.
and thank chaotic.
I figured every time Chaotic's here, you guys can have like one blessing a game. That's not a problem.
Yay. Make a range spell attack. Once hit
It's
the
nice
target,
to know you
take
care.
1d10 force damage. Is that per card or is that... Wait, I think that's per card. How did we write this again? The very first spell that I've had for a while now.
Yeah, it was. It should have been per card.
Per card. Okay, yeah. Let me find my... Alright. Okay, so that's...
Well, so wasn't it also you needed to make attack rolls for each card?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so the first one was a 5, so let's check the next one. Okay, that one was an 11.
Are you not adding your stuff to it?
No, I am adding my stuff to it.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
Just rolled
Oh.
really
Rain.
bad.
I know how to math.
11 does not hit.
Okay, so try the other 2. Well, that's a 9. Never mind. Come on, be nice. All right, and that one is also an 18. So I got 2 of them.
Okay.
So I got a 5 and a 9.
All right. Wait, 5 and 9 damage?
Yeah, and then it must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 fire damage.
I'm assuming 21 saves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
All right. Still took some damage though.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I don't have anything else to do right now.
Perfect. Okay. So I will, since these guys rolled really bad, I will put the 2 guards in play here. And you hear, well, I guess 3 guards. But the 2 on the top deck that you guys notice, they kind of are pouring a little bit of gunpowder into their flint at the top. And you see another one kind of fiddling with a charge, and he kind of clicks it in. 2 fire charges kind of go on the barrel of the gun, and he takes aim. Both of them do almost simultaneously, and they both pull the trigger as giant pillars of fire come out and just like rip through the thin veiled wings of the creatures, and one of them hits and one of them misses. And so the one that you guys are already attacking, a giant hole kind of rips right through its wings, and you hear kind of this screeching, but no mouth opens. It's almost psychically you hear the screeching of this critter. As he takes some damage, and actually took a decent amount of damage. But the one that was fighting next to Dana, it also takes shot and tries to line up a shot between the owl creature and the Mothman, and he kind of shoots in between both of them and misses. And then it's the turn of our lovely little critters. So they begin to move forward, first on the guard, and I did not use the blessing. So the advantage on attack, Gale, I'm not going to use it with an NPC attack. Just so you know, it's still active if you were to attack it next turn.
Okie dokie, that's fair.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to burn that on an NPC attack. So I'm like, that's just rude.
That's rude.
And so he comes up in front, and you see 2 things happen. You see one hand kind of rip out left and then rip to the right as it strikes, and then it brings its head down, and the antlers land right on the collarbones of this guard. And you hear almost like the bones of this actual shipmate crack as his shoulders kind of lose ability to turn on their own and go limp as both of his collarbones crack, and he takes a knee to the ground.
Oh, that is rough.
And then it looks directly up at Gale. Like all it's doing is searching for its next victim.
No.
The next one begins to move forward and go for an attack on the other guard. Where the attacks hit, but the antlers do not. So the second one takes 2 shots right across the chest as he kind of begins to bleed, as his leather armor really just isn't enough to get through and keep away these sharp claws of these creatures. But it tries to bring its antlers down, and he dodges just in time. As it brings us now to the top of our round, and Gale.
Okay, upon seeing the guard take a lot of damage, Gale's going to rush forwards towards this freaky thing. And as he's moving forwards, he's going to cast Inflict Wounds at first level. And so anybody nearby watching will notice the familiar blue thorns appearing on his mace. And that's going to be an attack roll, which you said I've got advantage, right?
You would, yes. Right, because your radiance,
Excellent.
they're lit up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So, come on.
And he's not creepy, he's adorable. Look at him.
I think it's kind of cute in a way.
You
So,
find
the
them
best,
adorable.
I kind of,
the
if
best
it
one I've got
wasn't
is
trying to
11.
kill me, I'd want to hug it.
I want to keep its body.
Of course you do.
11 to hit?
I rolled a 3 and a 4.
No. Unfortunately, those do not connect.
That is annoying, but fair enough. Can I do anything as bonus action that I don't really want to burn? Okay. Gale is going to spend the rest of his turn just looking up and going, ah! That's be it.
That's gonna be it. All right. Um, and-
Anticlimactic as ever.
that'll bring us to Kittis.
All right. Can I get downstairs? Holy shit! Why are they so close?
Are you going downstairs or upstairs?
I'm going down. I'm not leaving that poor guy by himself.
I didn't even see the ones in the basement.
Kid is
I
dead.
did.
Oh no!
Oh no.
So yes, you
That's
make
a
it.
lot of them.
You make it downstairs.
All right.
Um,
Are any of them within 10 feet of each other currently?
no, they're all probably about 30 to 40 feet apart.
Well, that's so rude of them.
Yeah.
I wanted to take them all out in one shot. Not that that would actually happen. Let's see. We're going to test something.
Why does that one keep moving farther from the boat?
Let's see. We're going to try Ray of Sickness on one of them. I'm just gonna do first level. And so I have disadvantage on attacks, right?
You
Mhm.
do.
10. What? Frick! That's 11.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, dokie.
Wow, we have terrible rolls today.
Yes, so you're having awful rolls.
You need to say your name. If you say your name backwards, you can get a plus one.
Sitic?
No, your name. Not
My
kidding.
name.
Name your name.
What would my name be? Like,
I don't know. Type it out.
Icarus.
Sounds like someone just mangled the name Icarus.
Yes, it does. But the thing is, though, I just have disadvantage.
Well, you know what?
So you would re-roll one. Well, I'll let you re-roll with not advantage, not disadvantage. How about that?
just re-roll completely,
Yeah,
not just take the roll that was higher last time.
right. So you could do one straight re-roll, no advantage, no disadvantage if you say the name backwards in
I said
homage
my
to
name
chaotic.
backwards.
Did you? I didn't hear it. What'd you say?
Yeah. I said Icarus.
You said Ocarine? No, that's our Tabax.
17.
17 to hit. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll let that happen for now.
So we cast Ray of Sickness. Woohoo! So 2d8 poison damage, and you must make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. It does not roll a con saving throw. No.
All right. So on field is also poisoned to the end of its my next turn.
Okay.
So I rolled 2 sevens, so 14.
14.
And I'm just aiming at the one closest to me.
Okay. So it definitely takes 14 damage, and the sickness does take because it rolled a 1. Is that your turn?
That I am going to say it's my turn. May have regrets later.
All right. So that'll bring us to Mothman. What's Mothman gonna do?
Screech.
Right. Let's see here. So. All right. Okay. So, it's going. Mhm.
Sorry, just quickly. I don't suppose they'd have any kind of disadvantage or anything of the sort in light, because my sword is emanating 20 feet of light, 20 feet of dim light.
So what it is they're if they're around light like that, it's They lose dark vision.
Okay.
So essentially, what it is their field of view is, instead of having like 150 foot of dark vision, and 60 foot of basic blind sight, they lose blind sight and they lose dark vision, and so they can kind of
Okay.
only really see the light that you're
Gotcha.
emanating. So they wouldn't be able
Okay.
to, like, he has an attack that could hit Gale, or Cedar, but he
Wait,
can't
what?
use it because
Right.
that's
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was out there, that I am emanating a light.
yeah. No, I figured. Don't worry, I
Okay.
got you.
Thank you.
So don't worry. He's looking right at you, the brightest thing on the ship.
Love it.
So what he's going to do now is he's going to pound his foot on the ground as splinters then of the ship and wood begin to fly up, and he's going to flap his wings extremely hard as these splinters now fly
Oh.
directly at you as a wing attack. And
Kinda cool, not
that's
gonna lie.
19 to hit.
It.
All right, and so I don't have my d8s right now, so I'll just roll 2d4s. So that is 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then roll a DC 17 strength throw or higher. So roll a strength saving throw.
All right. 8.
You're knocked prone again, but you're standing right next to it, so I don't think
Yeah.
yeah. So you are knocked prone though, so if you wanted to try to move away, you would
Okay.
have to stand up. And then after the wings kind of go, he is going to attempt a claw attack at you.
Okay.
But he's going to super miss because he rolled a 15 total.
Love it.
So he kind of reaches out, but like actually tries to grab your sword because it's bright, and he's like, "Ooh, piece of candy." So he tries to grab it, but kind of like misses, and it goes in between your head and your sword, basically.
Okay. Then are we up to me?
So then yes, that would be his turn. So it's up to you.
Love it. I am going to take my other scimitar, rake it across my arm, just like kind of coat my hand in the blood and sling it at the moth creature fighting the dwarf, and cast Blood Curse of Bloated Agony.
Okay.
Amplified for a minute. Taking 2 points of damage myself. And then I will use my other 2. That's my bonus action. So for my action, I will take 2 strikes at Mothman.
Okay.
For a 19 and Yar name reroll. Ooh, 19 and an 18. So it's a 27 and a 26 to hit.
They both hit.
Great damage this time. 7 slashing, 6 radiant
Nice.
for the first one. And ooh, 9 slashing, 6 radiant for the second.
Okay. So you're just going deep, just you and the biggest creature in the room as kind of on par for the way you play, so it works out.
Yes, it does. And that is my turn.
Okay. So that will bring us up to Cedar.
All right, I know exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cast Magic Missile at 2nd level. And that gives me like 4 darts, right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide them, and 2 of them go to the one that Gale's fighting, and 2 of them go all the way to Mothman. Yes, I calculated the range.
Okay. Roll your damage.
I can hit this fricker. Okay,
Do
so
it.
that's... Wait. Give me like 2 seconds. Okay, so the first is a 5, 4, 3, 5. So we're gonna have 10 of the damage go to Mothman, and then the others were like a 4 and a 3. So 7 to the one Gale's fighting.
Okay. The one you and Gale, or the one Gale is fighting, is looking a little bit. Is a little bit more hurt. The magic missiles definitely penetrate into the body, kind of pops out the other side of the body and rips another hole
The
into its kind
desired
of
flag.
veiled wings. Um,
Is actually fun. I need to learn it. You do. I really do.
as it kind of looks at you, and kind of you can hear like the hum or the screech that it makes.
It's looking at me.
Hmm.
Awesome. Good to know.
Ooh.
I look it right back in the eye. Get off the boat.
All right. And so that will bring us to. Oh, it's actually its turn.
Love to hear that.
Get off my boat.
That I'm temporarily borrowing.
Get off the boat. Go away. Yeah. Shoo.
Get these motherfucking owl jackalopes off my motherfucking flying ship.
Nice, yeah.
Dana going full Samuel Jackson.
Yes.
That's funny. Okay, so it goes and it's gonna do 2 swings at the guard. Oof. Yeah, it hit both. One of them being a nat 20. And then what it's going to
no.
attempt to do, instead of, since the gentleman is already prone on the ground, he's then going to swing his antlers to the side and attempt to knock Gale basically off the side of the boat.
I beg your pardon.
Gale can fly now.
You
That's not the point.
you feel the antlers kind of hit your
Lesson 1.
Lesson 1.
hit your armor and just kind of ding off because he tries to do that swing, but it really just you feel the impact, but it wasn't as like strong as you thought it would be. And then you'll notice that he hit the first guy so hard, his arms pierce through him, and his body goes limp and lifeless. And that actually stuck him in the ground when he tried to attack you, so it didn't actually hit as hard. But he kind of pulls his hands out of the guard's body, looks at it, and like flicks the blood in every direction. Some of it like staining his face, and then as you notice it touches his face, it kind of dissolves in a puff of smoke, and you smell the iron from the blood itself as it picks up the flint pistol that the guard was holding with one of its bottom feet.
What now?
What? Don't worry about it.
The DM says,
Don't worry about it. They're not going to use
The
it.
players are like, that sounds like something to be worried about.
The players are
Exponentially.
having an internal crisis right now.
So then we have our lower staff people here. One of them is going to go for Kittis. One of us is going to go for the guard. Kittis, 15 to hit. I don't think that hits, does it?
No, it does. I have 14 armor.
With mage armor?
Yeah, with major. My dex is only 1.
That's fair. Okay. So he takes 2 swings at you, and does not hit one of them. The other one does hit, though, for 6 damage.
Okay.
And then we absolve the top part. You roll the bloated agony dice, don't you?
If that one specifically that I targeted takes more than 1 swing.
Yeah, he takes 3. Jesus, he hits all. Man, I don't like my NPCs right now. Apparently,
Were any of those hits a natural 20?
no.
Okay.
None of them were natural 20, but it was a 24, a 21, and a 19.
Okay.
So
then yes, it takes 8 points of necrotic damage.
Cool. So it takes the damage. It lets out kind of a rear as it looks at you. The guard is still standing, but it is not happy with the situation at hand.
Mm.
All right. So this is going to be cool. So the lower guard, Kittis kind of sees the lower guard now loading up a rifle as he takes a sweeping strike across all three of the owls in the room as this pillar of fire kind of goes out to hit all three. The one in the middle misses, but the one that's right in front of him gets a hole punched right through it. And as he kind of sweeps it across, you see the wings of the moth next to Kittis go up in flame as well as they both take damage from the guard. And that'll bring us to Gale's turn.
Okay, so Gale is going to start off his turn. Oh, he's technically engaged, isn't he? I can't disengage right now. Okie dokie. So Gale's going to try and shift back towards Cedar. I know it's going to open up to opportunity of attack, but I kind of don't mind that.
You will take 6 damage.
6 damage. Wowzers.
Yeah, from the opportunity of attack. As you kind of get away, he takes a lunge and like hits you right on the arm and kind of scrapes it down until it hits your
Ow!
until it hits your mechanical hand and the claws get deflected.
Really? I just got this. So yeah, he's gonna sort of go back to back with Cedar, and he's going to reach out and he's going to cast Spirit Guardians in that general area.
Okay.
I'm protecting you, so we can deal with you later. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But you're going to see 3 almost pale blue figures swirling around the space. And it's going to be, if you remember a couple of sessions back when I had, I think, Spirit Shades or something. I'll swap them around. It's going to be a similar figure to who was in there. So an elven woman with sort of long hair, sort of flitting around, sort of defending Gale.
Cedar's like, okay, that's cool.
Thanks. Try not to die.
That was in the plans. The trying not to die part.
And that's going to be my turn because I don't want to waste any more of my bonus actions because I can use healing.
And just I'm trying to remember. If they enter, then if they enter the area, they take damage. If I remember right?
Yeah. So if they enter the space, or that's it. Rain beat me to it by like half a second.
Perfect.
I know that's like the back of my hand. I fucking love the bubble.
All right.
It's so good. It's a cleric's bread and butter.
Okay. Perfect. So that's you then. That'll take us to Kittis then.
Okay, dokies. Artichokes.
I am not a vegetable.
We will be if we die.
Tapestries.
See. Right. Did this seem like their spells use strength? Or they're not the spells while they're attacks?
Well, when they attack you, you do have to roll a saving throw, yes.
Because I was thinking about using Ray of Enfeeblement, but I don't know if it'd be useful. But it's because it's with weapon attacks, and I don't know if that counts.
They do not have weapons, if that helps.
So that doesn't count. Well, then I guess what we're going to do is a lovely shocking grasp at the one right in front of me that's kind of stuck to me.
Shocking boop.
Shocking boop.
Wait, question, is there any metal on that creature that she's shocking grasping?
No.
Dang it. Okay.
These are all natural creatures. Well, natural.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon?
So that doesn't freaking work.
Oh man, I have a theory and I'm afraid it's right.
If it's what I think it is, I've got a feeling you're right.
Yeah.
So what did
if it's what I think it is, it better not be.
did she attack it or what happened? Shocking grasp and then
miss.
I only rolled a 10.
oh yeah, that's a miss unfortunately.
Yeah.
How come I scale up combat to make it harder, and then you guys just start to suck at it?
Because
we
it's
know.
us.
Smack! What did you?
It's like, I'm going to make encounters harder because they're so strong. Proceeds to roll horribly.
Mhm.
All right.
So maybe,
My fault.
maybe we.
And then, so then Mothman happens.
Mothman happens.
But
Mothman
in any
happens.
case, though,
That's going to be the title of this video. I've decided.
so Mothman happens.
Mothman happens.
Let's see. Okay. What is he going to do
So Mothman happens.
to Dana? Let's find out. Yeah.
My knee's doing the bouncing thing right now, and it's like a jackhammer.
Ooh. I'm going to re-roll that. I just rolled 2 nat 20s. And I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'm not going to do that on an attack that does 4d12.
Don't worry, silvery barbs.
Okay.
Oh,
What's up?
Moses.
Silvery barbs, you have to re-roll it now. So
Right. Okay. So you feel what feels like 2 physical lances penetrate your heart and
Mhm.
your abdomen. And you feel them so much so that your eyes almost see them for a moment. And you go to grab one, and it just disappears from your hand. The wound that you thought would be there is no longer there. And it felt like an attack, a psychic attack on your very essence.
Mhm.
The first one you kind of shrug off because you like grabbed it and you're like, no. But the second one hurts. The second one hurts. And you take 17 damage.
ouch.
Ooh, ooh.
He can't do that
Okay.
very many times.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, you're not. And then when I hit 2 d20s on it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
nah, that would have killed you instantly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Chaotic's here probably, right? Still, maybe, probably not. That one was for
No.
Chaotic as he proceeds to drink from his cup.
That's for chaotic. I'm killing a player character.
Right?
Thank God I took silvery barbs.
Right. So yeah, definitely, definitely good. You're still hurting.
Yeah.
But what you notice in the very same spot that you were imaginarily punctured, you see 2 wounds form on the Mothman himself.
Mhm.
And that's all.
Okay.
And that's actually going to be his whole turn, though. So
Alright.
then that brings you up to Dana.
All right, I will take 3 strikes at him. First one with advantage, because as part of silvery barbs, I can impart advantage on one person of my choosing within 60 feet. I pick myself.
Okay.
For another natural 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
Nice.
And I'm
Yeah.
just gonna roll my other 2 strikes for a 23 and a 25.
No, they all miss.
Ooh.
Yeah. So first hit is 10 slashing, 1 radiant.
Ooh.
Okay.
Second hit, 9 slashing, 3 radiant.
Okay.
Third hit, non-magical, is 11 slashing.
Okay, pretty good.
How's this?
Between your wounds and seemingly its own, it looks pretty bloody overall.
Okay.
Like it looks like it's like now you can see the wares of combat, if you will.
Mhm.
But okay, and so that'll bring us to. Is that your turn? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Aside from movement, but I don't think you're gonna run away.
No.
Cedar, you're up.
All right. I would like to cast, you guessed it, Magic Missile at 2nd level again.
Okay.
Um,
Where's it going?
All right. So one's going towards the one closest to me and Gale. One's going towards the one that's over at the corner on the little tiny corner sale thing.
Mhm.
And 2 of them are going back to Mothman again.
Okay. So roll your damages.
I love the range on this spell. Okay, so there's 5, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 9 to Mothman, 3 to the one me and Gail have been fighting, and then the 2 to the one way over there.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So the one that you and Gail have been fighting is actually looking kind of messed up. It looks like he's hurting overall. He's like, after all the magic missiles and the fighting and everything else, he's like, I don't want to be here anymore. But he's still standing for now. And that will bring him to his turn, where he is going to actually charge in, regardless, because you are where the damage is coming from. So he's going to kind of run up to Gale. He's going to enter the area of effect of the Guardians, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need you to make a Wisdom 15 saving throw.
A Wisdom saving throw 15?
Yes.
He does not save.
Okay, so he's going to take 3 d8s of radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that is... Oh, that's a good roll. Okay, that is a really good roll. So that's going to be 22 points of damage.
Heck yeah!
As these guardians just swarm.
And they do. The guardians then swarm as it kind of enters your area of effect. It runs straight towards you, attempting to bring its head up. It rears its head in an attempt to bring its antlers down, and one of your guardians literally grabs its head and crushes its skull in its hand, and its body falls lifeless down to the deck of the boat.
So it's dead.
Maybe not, maybe not.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know why you guys are so scared of my creatures.
Because you keep bringing them back to life after we kill them!
I was 1-ish 2 to 3 times, okay? I'm sorry.
1-ish, 2, 3 times, yeah.
1-ish, 2.
There's a slight pattern now.
So yes.
How many times do you have to teach this lesson, old man?
All right, and so we now do more things. I'm just going to roll. Okay. So that guard is probably dead. He is. Kiddis.
How many attacks were taken against that upper guard?
2.
Just that he's probably dead.
Okay.
Well,
2 total or 3?
he's dead.
2 total.
Okay, so that is 1d8 of damage, which is 7 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. He's definitely not looking happy at this point. But the guard also is
Oh,
dead.
mercy.
Mm-hmm.
These things are so cool. I want to dissect them.
So he kind of does 2 claw attacks and then like literally throws him off the side of the ship, where another one kind of waiting off the edge of the ship then catches him and then rips him apart, using its back feet, as you can see its mouth start to then devour the guy's intestines.
Okay.
But it is still standing for now. That one's
That's rough,
dead.
buddy.
Kiddis, 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh no.
And
The child.
the second one does not hit. The third one also hits. Okay. So, Kiddis, you will take 4 damage from the claw attack, and it will then bring its antlers down to try to also crack your collarbones. It does hit. It also does 8 damage, and you are kind of knocked prone.
Okay.
How much life do you have left, just out of curiosity?
26.
And that was with your life halved? Oh wait, no.
Oh, my life was half?
Never mind.
Yeah.
It wasn't
you're-
because you slept off
Yeah.
1 point of exhaustion. Never mind.
I was
Yes.
about to say!
Okay.
I was at 3 points!
We are not losing the child this session.
And that will bring us to top of round. So Gale.
Okay. Did Cedar take any damage so far? Just so I know. None. Okay.
I've been hit once.
Nice. Okay. 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 I'm trying to think because I don't think Spirit Guardians move with me, or is that?
Yes, it
It
does.
does.
And it's a
Excellent.
bubble
Excellent.
centered on you.
Cool. 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 Also, it's a concentration spell as well. So I'm going to move past it. I'm going to move towards the guy nestling in the sort of those back cells there. 15, 20, 25. I'm going to move back here. And I'm going to hold my action and keep Spirit Guardians up. So no range because it's concentration.
You can still cast other spells. They just can't be concentration, right?
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. It's been a day. I can't remember when concentration is like.
Like
You're
I've
good.
had,
Okay.
I've had bunny ears on all day. I can't concentrate.
Only for a few hours. Question. That creature there that I'm thinking about targeting, has it taken any hit points yet?
I'm talking about on deck or the one off deck.
The one off deck in the sails.
In the
back there.
sails.
It has not been attacked. It has not been engaging yet. No.
Yes, it has.
Okay.
I hit it with 2 hit points.
Oh, you hit that one?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, it has been hit.
Okay,
For some
cool.
reason, I put that damage on the other one. That was north. So
That's
I will
all right.
move
No,
that.
I hit that.
Okay.
In that case, I'm definitely going to do this. Gale's going to reach out with his hand and he's going to cast Toll the Dead.
Yes!
So that is going to be another Wisdom saving throw.
Toll of the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
9.
9. That's going to
9.
fail. And because it's failed, it's going to take, because I'm above 5th level and it's taken damage, it's going to take 2d2. Wow, cannot speak there. 2d12 necrotic damage. So that is an 8 and a 3. That's going to be 11 necrotic damage. As I toll the dead.
Okay. So it kind of covers its ears, or where you would assume ears would be, and kind of shakes its head off a little bit. As you can tell, it's visibly disturbed by what just happened, but it's now kind of affixed to you two.
Okay, and I'm going to spend the rest of that turn just by shouting, Cedar, come help me! I've angered it!
Coming.
Help, it's again!
Help, it's again. We're running. It's bad.
All right, and so that'll bring us to Kittis.
All right. So we are since obviously my attacks aren't super working well. We're going to try one with a con. So we're going to test something out. I'm going to try Wither and Bloom on the one closest to me and attempt to both simultaneously hurt it and heal myself a little bit.
Okay.
So it has to make a con save of 15 or higher.
It doesn't.
So it will take 2d6 of necrotic damage.
Go ahead and double it.
Double it? Wait, these things are sensitive to necrotic?
No, but he rolled a 1.
Oof.
Nice.
So we're just gonna use this then.
That's rough, buddy.
Let's see. 1, 2,
That's very
3,
funny.
4. 4d6. That's 12 damage. And it says I do 1 hit die plus my spell modifier to heal. Is that just a d6 or
Yes, it's just a d6 because you're a wizard.
d6 and then plus 7? So I heal 11. Sweet.
Okay.
And then I'm going to then teleport to behind, like a little bit behind it, and I can
Your
teleport.
modifier is only +4, not +7. That's your spell attack modifier, not your modifier.
So 11 minus 4, that's 7.
8, because it's It's
Round
plus
it up.
4, not plus 7.
Oh, +4, not +7. So subtract 3 from what I did. Okay,
Mhm.
still good. But I'm going to teleport to be about. Let's see. Can I teleport to about here?
Yeah, you could do that if you wanted.
All right. So I'm going to use my
I don't
teleport.
see why you couldn't.
Boom. Okay, now I get resistance to damage. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt
You're
me.
like, don't hurt me.
Stop it.
Don't hurt me. I'm a kid.
Okay, I'm not kidding anymore.
Okay.
She would totally still try and use that excuse.
She would.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. Mothman.
It is literally use that one audio that I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby.
I'm totally not looking to like steal your body and put it in my bag.
You really took the phrase body bag to a whole new level.
I want to need a new bag of holding specifically
No,
for my
don't
body.
you say, and she said it.
So, Mothman is now gonna do something very
Can I
strange,
call the man's body?
Sure.
and he's
Before
going to
Janice.
look
Sure.
directly at Dana, and his body is going to begin pulsing.
Awesome.
And you can see strange colors now in and out, traveling through his body up to his antennae and back down to his feet. Remember those parasitic worms that infect slug eyes and kind of do like a dancing motion? It's almost like a hypnotic, colorful dance. As its presence around you just begins to get strange and eerie and actually begins to scare you. And I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Mothman
That
just
is
really
a
star?
natural 5 for a 7.
Ooh.
Your instinct is to run.
Okay.
You are frightened because you're like, what in the world is coming? So you will actually now, on your turn, be frightened, and your instinct will be to run away from it.
Okay.
And so you won't be forced to take a dash, but on your turn you will roll another wisdom saving throw to see if you can shake the fear.
At the start or end?
At the end.
Okay.
Well, yeah, sort of. So how the progression is, yeah. So you can still have a
Right.
bonus action, right? So you're going to run, take your action, and then you can, if you shake it, take a bonus action, type thing.
Okay.
Make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Yay, combat progression. And so that will be his turn for now, though. He's just kind of pulsing and is very scary.
Okay.
And that'll bring us to... Actually, yeah, it's your turn.
Alright, I will use my 30 feet to get there.
He will have an opportunity attack, and
Yep.
as you run, he just takes one strike across your back for 2 damage.
Okay. And then I will use my action to try and shake it.
Mm-hmm.
For a natural 15 for a 17.
For 17, yeah. So you hit the marker. It was,
Okay.
Your marker felt like it was supposed to be a 16. So you feel like just enough. You're like, oh my god, I'm not scared anymore.
And then bonus action, I will slash this creature that I am now next to.
Okay.
Or 15 slashing damage, or not 15, 11 slashing damage.
11 slashing damage. So you hit?
Oh, right, shit, hit, yes, that's the thing.
I was like, you're just rolling damage. I'm like, alright, I guess.
That's a natural 17, 25.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
So
then
11 slashing.
11 slashing. Interestingly enough, it is on its last leg.
Okay.
It is unhappy. Very, very unhappy. This cut deep, like right where its spine should be, because its back was turned to you.
Mm-hmm. And that is my turn.
All right, Cedar, you're up.
I would like to cast Magic Missile at first level.
Okay.
Surprising no one at all. Give me just a second. All right, that's marked. Let me just. Okay, 2, 4, and 4. Okay, so 4 are gonna go to the guy in the sails, and then the remaining 6 points are gonna go to Mothman.
Okay.
And as I shoot them, I wanna like kind of like one hand is pointed towards the guy in the sails, the other hand is pointed towards Mothman, and I fire them at the same time.
Sick.
Nice.
Yeah, they go out and they kind of penetrate. Mothman seems kind of unfazed. He's still kind of doing his little psionic dance. Um, and the other one in the sails, those are the only two you hit, right? One in Mothman and one in the sails.
Yes.
The one in the sails definitely it takes the hit, but kind of like unfazed, just begins to now stare at you.
Oh, I would like to use my motion to get within the range of the spirit guardian thing.
All right.
Wait, can I use a bonus action?
If you have one, yeah. You did action
Because
movement. You have a bonus action.
then yeah, let me make sure I'm doing the right thing over here by going to the actions tab. I would I would like to use one of my psychic blades.
Okay.
So that's a hit DC. Let me do that first. 6 plus 13?
13 does not hit.
Dang nabbit. Okay, so I miss.
Okay. It still remains staring at you. And that'll actually bring it to all of the Kiplin's turns here.
Oh no.
So these two are just going to go straight for the guard, because it seems to be causing the most damage, and he is going to take 6 attacks, and probably not live. Let's roll damage. Only 3 hit. Yeah, no, he's dead. I don't even need to finish rolling damage. Alright, so this guard is dead. But Kittis is spared for another turn.
Yay!
The next one is going to turn around right at Dana, and is going to do a 3-attack flurry, but I'm assuming probably only going to get 1 off before it bloats to death.
Well, it's only when it attempts each attack that it takes the die 8. So
No,
if it lives through the yeah.
So that one hits, that one doesn't, and the antlers would hit, but
Okay. So that first D8 of damage is only 2.
mhm.
The second D8 is 1. So that's 3 necrotic. And I will actually, just because I'm a little desperate, I will silvery barbs the first one.
Okay. How many of those do you get?
2.
Okay. So you silvery barbs, which forces me to reroll, right?
Reroll and use lower.
And use lower. Okay, so that does not hit then, no. And then so the first one would have gotten through. You silvery barbs. Necrotic kicks in. Combat order. So he dies before the next attack. He only had 1 life left.
Oh, okay.
So
And I will also impart advantage on myself.
okay. So that leaves you and Mothman. This one's going to get closer, but not quite get in range, and those two attack those two. So we're gonna go top of the round again. For Gale.
Okay, so it's not within my spirit guardian thing. If I move closer, can I trigger it?
Let me double check.
Yes, it has a
Will
15-foot
it
radius.
will take damage?
But it's when they enter, I thought. So
Yes, so but even forcing them to enter is still them entering.
yeah, I just didn't know if it was on his turn or theirs. That was my only
Oh
concern.
no, it's just when they enter and when they start their turn there.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So just making sure I got turn order right. So yes, it would. If you were to enter, it would trigger. Mm-hmm.
In that case, Gail's just going to step forward and trigger the spirit guardians.
And what is my
So
save against again?
It is a wisdom saving throw, por favor.
Against what? Like what number?
Wisdom
15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he fails. He got an 11.
Nice. I'm just double checking the dice there. That is 3d8. So. Damn it. It's 4 plus another d8. 7. That's going to be 11 points of radiance damage from the Spirit Guardians.
He doesn't seem too happy about it, but he's still standing.
Some people are so picky. And I am going to I'm going to once again cast Toll the Dead. So that's going to be another Wisdom 15 saving throw, if you would be so kind.
17.
Oh, that's going to succeed.
Nothing happens.
So that's yeah. That's it. I was hoping I'd be able to do at least half damage, but that's not going to happen. Okay, cool beans.
Cool beans. Is that your turn then?
Yep, and the beans are indeed cool.
Beaned. All right, Kidus, you're up.
All right, please more than 10 feet of each other.
Yes, they are because they technically
Yes.
just mutilated that guard. So
Okay, we're going to cast Shatter, and they both have to make a Con 15 save.
one saves, the second one does not. So the one closer to
All
you
right.
does not.
3d8 thunder damage then for that one, and on a fail save, the other one will get half as much damage.
Okay.
So let's see, 3 plus 5, so 8 plus 3, so 11. Yeah, 11 damage total, and the other one will take like what, 5 or 6?
5.
5. So, boom, I hit one of them with Shatter, and then I teleport closer to the stairs.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say closer to the monsters, and I was like, Samuel?
Dumb.
This is how you die.
All right.
Kid, don't do that.
I teleport closer to the stairs.
All right. So, perfect. You are by the stairs, and is that your turn?
And yep, that's all I can do.
All right. Mothman. Mothman happens. So he now is 30 feet away. He's got some vision back. And he's going to...
I radiate my light out 40 feet.
From your sword?
Yeah, it's 20 feet of regular light, 20 feet of dim.
Okay. No, no, it's fine. He still has some vision.
Okay.
Yeah. Once he's away from the 20 feet, he can kind of... His vision is... He can see in absolute darkness.
Okay.
He is going to have disadvantage, however, if he attempts this on Cedar and Gale, for what it's worth. So he is going to miss Gale. He is going to hit Cedar. And he is going to miss Dana. Okay. So Cedar, you feel what feels like a puncture in your back. For 11 damage. You feel like this, like someone just balled up their fist and like shoved it right into your back and just knocked the wind out of you. And you turn back kind of to look at what happened, and nothing is there, except in the distance you see Mothman just kind of pulsing, and his light around him, he's got a bunch of powder kind of falling off of him now, scattering on the deck, catching the moonlight. And he's going to take large steps and dig into the deck at each time as he now approaches Dana to get closer.
Okay.
And he's blind again.
Love it.
But that'll be your turn.
Okay. Now, just from what I see from him, does it look like one flurry from my triple strike could take him down, or does it look like it'll take more than that? Or can I tell?
You know what? Why don't you roll a medicine?
Okay. 13.
He is weakened, yes, but you would assume he still like if you hit him really hard, it probably still wouldn't be enough.
Okay.
He's still standing. He's probably at about 40% life.
Okay, then I'm gonna take my left short sword once again, rake it down my arm, throw the blood in his face, and use my last charge of Blood Curse of Bloated Agony.
Okay.
Taking 1 point myself, yay.
Not bad, not bad.
And then I will take 2 strikes at him. First one with advantage from Silvery Barbs.
Mm-hmm.
For a natural 18. And a natural 20 on the second.
Okay.
Nice.
Dang!
Both will hit. You met. So.
So first strike is, ouch, that hurts on the radiant, but 11 slashing to radiant.
Okay.
And for the second, which is the natural 20, that is 15 slashing for radiant.
Nice.
Okay. Perfect.
And that is my turn.
All right.
Yes, Blood Hunters!
Cedar, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile first level again. Okay, there's 5, 2, and 5 again. All 3 of these are aimed at Mothman, and then I want to take my bonus action and throw another Psychic Blade at the guy in the sails.
Okay. What was the total damage again against Mothman?
Well,
I think, yeah, 12.
Perfect.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
And then let's use the purple one. Come on, Psychic Blade dice for the Psychic Blade roll. Come on, be nice to me. You little 10. I missed again.
Yep.
What is even your purpose? You are Psychic Blade dice.
Okay.
What is my purpose?
So,
Cast butter.
um,
Oh my gosh.
first one gets close enough. Second one will not. Kidus, you're still damage immune until your next turn, more or less, right?
Yeah.
So, out of fury, I'm not going to roll it, but out of fury, he basically just gives you 2 strikes and then attempts to hit you in the head with its antlers as you hear the other one start screaming at you as it basically makes a mad dash towards you. And I'm going to say it will just take its dash action, and now they're both kind of staring at you in melee range.
Happen to look like they're at least a little hurt.
I mean, they're hurt. I mean, the other guy shot you damaged one a decent amount, and then the other guy hit him with the flame stick basically. And so yeah, they're probably both at about one's a little bit more damage, but they're probably about both at half life ish. And then so Mothman's got hit. All right, and so that one then, perfect. It's gonna kind of do the same maneuver, so it's inside of the thing, and I take it makes another wisdom throw, right? Wisdom save.
It does indeed.
Natural 17 plus modifier, so yes, it saves.
It saves, but it's still going to take damage. It'll just take it halved.
Okay.
So that is 10 for the first 2, and the third one is, so that's 12, so 6 points of radiant damage.
6 points total?
Yeah.
Okay. It's looking a little worse for wear. But it's going to attempt to do the same thing. 2 claw attacks at you, and then it's going to sweep the antlers over at Cedar. 10 and 20, so 1 hits you.
Yep.
Cedar, yeah, it hits. All right, so rolling damage here. Gale will take 8 damage.
Okay, dokie.
Cedar takes 14 damage, and you are knocked prone. So basically, he takes 2 swipes right at Gale, kind of rakes up the arm where he was already hurt. And then as he does that, he swings his antler towards you, Cedar, and will literally one of them kind of catches your mouth, and the other like right into your mouth, and the other one kind of catches
Ow.
you at the throat, and he like swings you down, and you're literally knocked on your back, and you slide a couple of feet. Just from how fast the ship is actually moving, you get caught in the air as you slide down a couple of feet. And that is that turn. Those two do that. That one is unknown. So that'll bring you up to Gale.
Okay. Do I need to make any check to keep Spirit Guardians up, seeing as it's concentration? I've taken damage,
You
or is
would,
it just...
yes, you would.
How much damage did you take?
You took 8.
Okay, so,
yeah.
so the check is 10.
Check extent. Okay. And what's the check? Is it a wisdom
It's a con.
check? Con. Okay. That's fine. I've got +3 to my saves. That's gonna be a 9.
9.
So your guardians disperse.
Oh.
No. Gale would like to run. No, I'm just kidding. But okay, that is fine. So Gale is going to advance towards this bloody thing, reach out his hand, and he is going to cast Atrophy, and sort of grab it by the face. So that is going to be a con save from yourself, DM.
8 plus 2, so no, probably not.
No. Question. What is the largest hit dice that this creature
I
has?
gotta look stuff up now. Hold on. Largest hit dice is a 14.
What about like
Okay.
D12, D10, D8?
So that would be a D12 then.
So okay, so it's going to take 2d12 damage because above level 5. Damage dealt is going to ignore all resistances and immunities. And that is going to be... Oh, that's what we like to see. That's going to be 13 points of damage. And that is... doesn't say what type of damage it is, so it's just going to be 13 points of damage as Gale is just going to reach into its... almost like its being and start to crush it from the inside.
It is very, 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 very unhappy. You see its kind of body goes almost completely lifeless as its bones begin to kind of get brittle, and they were already soft to begin with because it's a bird.
Ew.
Its muscles and things like that begin to weaken and shrink and shrivel as its body actually atrophies in front of you. But as it's about to die, it actually takes another breath. And as you let go of your hand, it lands on its feet, crumbles to the ground a little bit, but stands back up as it's still ready to take one last shot.
Okay, and Gale's going to just turn by saying, "Just fall already." And that's his turn.
That'll bring us to Cedar.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
I want.
Kittis.
Oh, sorry, Kittis. I said Cedar, didn't I?
I'm
Yes, I did. I'm sorry. Yes, that'll take us to Kittis.
So we're gonna try Wither and Bloom again, con 15. And hopefully heal myself a little. Please.
Okay, that's fine. Take your attack.
It was the please at the end.
Con 15.
Con
Con
15.
15 save.
Got it. Actually, it does not save. It's a 13.
But both of them? Because
Area.
It's a range.
yeah, it's a range.
17 on that one. So yes. So one.
That
does
one
not.
saves. The one does not. So one will take. Let's see, 2d6. So 1. So one will take 6, and the other will take 3 damage, and I will heal. 8. Okay.
All right. Are you remaining in range? Are you staying right there? Or what do you
I have to stay right here because if I move, they have opportunity of attack.
That little chestnut.
All right. Okay.
Well, I will say one thing. We are above level 5 now. Your proficiency bonus is +3. You do have one more use of teleportation now.
I do have one more, but I am hoping that I won't die in the next attack and teleport the frick out of here.
Okay.
Okay. So
Oh, please,
that'll bring
D&D
us
gods.
that'll bring us to Mothman then, right?
Mhm.
All right. So he does his thing. He do Mothman things. He's kind of burned most of his stuff already. Yeah. So he's tapped. Two attacks.
Okay.
One of them is bloated though. One of them misses because he rolled a 2. The other one is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Um,
And he takes 7 points of damage the moment he attempts it.
Perfect. So he takes it. He kind of takes a breath in, rallies his second attack, and you take 9 damage.
Okay.
You said 7 points?
Yes, 7 points of necrotic.
He hurting. he unhappy. And so then it'll come to your turn.
All right. 3 strikes at him.
Okay.
First 2 are a natural 17 and a natural 16 for 24 and 25 respectively.
Nice.
Yep, those will both hit.
And third one is a natural 14 for 22.
That one will hit as well.
First strike deals 8 slashing, 5 radiant.
Okay.
Second deals 9 slashing, 2 radiant.
All right.
Third deals 9 slashing, 5 radiant. Or
Okay.
sorry, that's just 9 slashing, no radiant on the third one.
That's actually okay. All right. So you take your slashes and you just bloodlust are just kind of going straight for him. But you notice when you finish your flurry, he's not moving anymore. He's just
Okay.
standing there, lifeless on the battlefield, just gripped into the deck. His body still stands, but you notice that there seems to be nobody home
Okay,
as his heart stops.
that is my
Or
turn.
is it dead?
Actually, that's not true. With the rest of my turn, I will, however far 30 feet gets me towards the staircase.
Okay, so let's see, 5,
You
10,
coming to
15,
save
20,
me?
Yes.
25, 30. So you're pretty much right at the staircase. You got a foot on the staircase.
We're like, we gotta get down
Okay,
there.
perfect.
I was planning on doing a sending spell if someone wasn't gonna come
Oh.
down.
No. We've been legit planning. Like, we kill this thing, we get down to the kid.
All right,
And that is my turn.
gotcha. Now it's
We gotta
Cedar's
go now.
turn.
Okay. I would
Kill
like.
this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna use magic missile at first level.
Okay.
And then yeah, all at this guy. Okay, there's 3, 2, and 2 again. So that's 7.
7
And then I
damage.
want to,
Mhm.
yeah, and then I want to use my bonus action to throw another psychic blade at it.
I will save you the trouble.
Oh, he's dead.
Your magic missiles shoot straight through him. Just 1, 2, and 3. But you notice the third one, instead of being absorbed by the body, actually punctures completely through. As he takes a step back, he tries to catch himself on the banister of the deck and falls back over and disappears into the clouds off the side of the ship.
Crash and burn. Okay, we gotta get downstairs now. Just kind of grabs Gil's shoulder, like, let's go.
Hi, kiddos. How are you?
Me? I'm doing fantastic.
You doing fan? I
Good
hope
night.
so. I really hope so.
So we gotta go now.
Nat 20, 19. Oops. Why did I roll a d12 instead of a 20? Hold on. Let me roll that. And 15. So, okay.
Okay.
Another natural 20 and 18. And okay, so you only get hit with 5 attacks. 2 of them, the damage is doubled, though. So,
Only 5 attacks. I'm dead, guys.
Can you stop rolling really well, please?
sorry.
You're actually going to
5,
kill a
6,
child
7,
on stream.
8,
Oh, wait a
11,
second. I gotta see
15,
something.
21, 26, 29, 32,
Wait, oh, I don't have it yet.
37.
Dang it! I have this spell that can switch our places, but I don't have it yet.
44 points of damage.
That is my max. So yeah, I'm out.
So
Oh my
these owls just feel the
I was-
rage.
Seriously, so I was like praying. I'm like, it would be so nice if I could just have 1 hit point left.
And yeah, they start digging in and ripping parts of your flesh from your body, just tearing into you. One of them crashes its antlers down into your body as you kind of go to the ground to try to catch yourself, and the other one, boom, right to the back of the head with the antlers, and you fall down unconscious.
And like my last thought is sorry, Philo. No. Sorry.
You're not dead. You're just incapacitated. Okay.
I know, but she's just like I'm trying.
Poor Kittis dies so much.
This is my first time actually going down. Down.
Oh my god, they killed Kittis!
Yeah,
You
so the thing is, this is
bastards.
my first time going down in an encounter.
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
The other one, I just straight up tried to commit suicide. So
So now we have Gale. What do?
Okay, Gale is going to use his wings because that's a little bit quicker than walking. To try and get to the stairs. I believe that's 45
There's
feet
a hole
of
in
movement to get over.
the ship. You can just
Okay, yeah.
go through the hole, not the stairs.
Got it! He's going to try and fly through the hole with his wings.
Okay. So you'll make it to probably about right. I'll say right here. So you make it into the room. I'll count the room as kind of like five. So you kind of swoop off the side of the ship, find the hole she was talking about, get into the room, fly through, get through the door, and you kind of turn the corner and you know where the stairs are to get downstairs.
Alright, cool beans. Can't do anything yet because I'm not in range of her, so that's going to be my turn. Just trying to...
Good action dash.
Yeah.
you could action dash, yeah.
I'm going to action dash.
All right. So you would make it the rest of the way if you were kind of flying through. You can
Yep.
kind of turn the corner, go down the steps, and you kind of pop out. No, actually, wait a minute. The stairs were right here. What am I doing? So the stairs were right here. Sorry, wrong side. So you you come across her, and right above her, you actually see the crashing of the antlers down as she kind of falls down unconscious. You witness it as you kind of turn this corner, and you hear her body just, sorry, Philo, as she kind of goes unconscious. And now you're kind of staring at her and 2 other of these owl creatures that are just bloodied from, you can't even tell from theirs or others.
Okay. Dashing was an action, so I'm going to bonus action healing word while I'm there, just to get her back up on her feet. So that's going to be 3d4 plus 8. Where are my d4s? So that is 5 plus... that's just another d4 there. 5 plus 9 plus another 8 is 17 points of healing for Kittis.
Seeing as how she wasn't negative, you're up on your, well, you you are healed now for 17 points of damage. You are definitely prone, but you can stand up on your next turn and take an action and move and stuff. You feel the life kind of return to your body as your friend's words just make you feel better, and you're like, hey, okay, all right.
And I'm going to finish my turn by looking at them and going, you just made a big mistake. Prepare to die.
Candace is now awake. She's like, don't completely destroy their bodies.
I'll save some for you, don't worry.
All right, so that was Gale. Okay, so that actually, since you're up, Kittis, you can take a turn.
So, we're going to cast Wither and Bloom again to try to steal some life force.
Hopefully not from me.
Nope, just from them.
Same thing. One saves, the other doesn't. However, it's reversed this time.
All right, so 8. So 1 takes 4, 1 takes 8.
Okay.
And then I roll and get 9 points of damage, or 9 points back. And yeah, I'm gonna teleport again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Wait, no, don't leave.
teleport like behind Gale. Just like whoop.
Meat shield.
So just you're like in the staircase right behind him. Okay.
The second he
Meet the
showed up.
cleric.
Meat shield.
I am not meant to take hits.
Oh no, you're definitely. Woohoo!
Wizard.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to take hits.
All right.
To be fair, you lost stumbled in 1d4.
You held your own though. Like,
Dana,
I'm freaking impressed.
it is your turn now, Dana.
Okay. I am going to run. I'm gonna run. Use my full 30 feet. Get as close to the staircase as I can on the middle floor.
So you could probably make it down in, what is that, 5, 10, 15? So about 30 feet you could make it to the lower deck.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. That will put you, because if you're just running straight down, you'd end up here, and then run down that flight of stairs, and you'd end up right here.
Okay.
All right.
I will. Am I within 120 feet of either of them?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 56, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. Yeah, it's probably 95 and 105 feet.
Okay, which of the two looks more beat up, just from what I can see?
The farther away one.
Okay, I will take a shot at him with Firebolt.
Okay.
Nice.
We just got a new follower, by the way. Hi.
Oh,
Oh,
snap.
Oh,
Hello.
nice.
That's a 12.
12 does not hit.
Didn't think so. So that is my turn.
It kind of arcs over and ignites some gunpowder behind. No, I'm kidding.
I
kidding.
bonus action prestidigitation.
Right.
Take out the flame.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Okay, so it kind of sails overhead and kind of hits the hole and disperses a little bit. And you said that's your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Cedar.
All right. Give me just a second. I would like to run downstairs as far as I can get,
Okay.
which is relatively how far?
So you're going to end up on the rear flight of stairs, so you're actually not going to be far. You could actually get right up to the action, because you're on the staircase more or less already. So you could basically
Perfect.
be right next to Kittis or Gale, as you guys are now kind of all on this set of stairs more or less.
We have the high ground
Morally or...
On the ground.
physically.
It's
So
over, Owlican.
First, I'd like to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
12.
Nope.
Okay, then I would like to bonus action cast Psychic Blade.
All right, give it a shot.
Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work, please work.
16?
That hits.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. That's 1d6 plus 4. Where's my 1d6? Now we're not the one with the symbols. That's not gonna really show me anything.
And which one are you hitting? The one north or south?
South.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 2. Okay, plus 4. So 6 damage.
It is very, very, very hurt.
You hear you hear her go, "I don't care what you are, that is my kid." And she just
Aww.
Okay. So that will bring us up to are you behind
I'm behind Gale.
you're behind Gale in between? So are you
You have actual armor.
I don't know.
Wait.
I just have a question. So are you behind Kittis and Gale, or are you behind Gale in between him
I'm
and
behind
Kittis?
Gale, and I kind of like put Kittis behind me, like, and I kind of
Okay.
used my wing to like kind of like move her backwards a little bit.
That's,
Then shove Gale forwards.
all
No,
right.
I didn't shove him forward. I just made,
So
I just made a wing.
Gale, I choose you. Go.
I just made a wing wall.
okay. Gail, what was your AC again?
Mother hen.
20.
20.
20 now. That's right, because we improved it. So,
Yeah, we did.
antlers hit. And antlers hit again. Okay. So they're kind of just now wailing on you, right? So they both just get in your face and just start wailing, but your clothes kind of rip as these claws dig in and scratch and just kind of they both go for the chest, right? And they're just trying to rip you apart, but your armor is just cha cha cha. You can hear the raking of like nails on a chalkboard as they hit your armor. And both out of frustration then lock their antlers together and bash them into you, attempting to pin you to the wall, essentially. Both of their antler attacks do hit.
Alright.
As you take 19 damage total.
Okie
And
dokie.
you are. Go ahead and roll 2 strength checks, or 1 strength check with disadvantage, I guess.
One strength check with disadvantage. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is a weak source cleric right here. 7.
7. You are now knocked prone completely. So you were like on the floor. So you would have to get up, but you would have no movement next turn.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Interestingly enough, I would also like Kittis to roll a strength check.
Rolling a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm behind him.
Uh-huh.
And me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you aren't.
On a stairwell
15.
that has a hole on it. With flying creatures outside.
15.
You better not say there's more of us. Better not.
So
Let me heal
you,
first.
without a sound, go missing.
No!
As Kittis
Hold on, does
gets-
that count with me being like the little thingamabob where I'm like invisible?
Teleportation.
Like the teleportation I
What the
resisted.
hey is going on?
Flabber?
you took a turn, didn't you?
No, I teleported after my turn.
That makes you damage resistant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But not grapple resistant.
Bye bye guys.
My kid!
Oh, no.
So
A child. No.
No
So-
child.
there's a hole in the
going.
side of the ship where the stairwell is that Cedar blew up. So what happened is one of our friends goes out, snuck in silently, grabbed her out from behind Cedar, and pulled her to the outside of the ship, and is now pinning her to the outside deck of the ship with both of his hands and feet as his wings are pushing you down on to the deck. Not the deck, but the side of the ship as the ship is speeding. You're not hurt because no damage is taken, but you are pinned to the side of the ship.
We're so dead. I'm out of teleportation, guys.
Cedar, go ahead and roll a perception for me.
Got it. Okay, we are going with the flower dice because those. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Please. Okay, what's my perception mod? Seven.
7.
You only had to beat a 13. He rolled so
I'm
low.
sorry. Okay.
You
Dice
don't notice her go missing.
Oh, no.
And that'll actually bring us now to the top of our round at Gale.
Okie dokie. So, I'm going to have to jump back up because I'm currently prone. So, I'm going to do that. DM is going to take a drink.
That's fine. You're standing. What did you do?
Alright.
Did I miss an audio? Because you.
No. It was literally just me getting back up
Yep.
from being prone.
Mhm.
Trying to remember if that's action or bonus action to get up now.
So you still have your actions. You have 0 movement. Usually to get up from prone, you have your movement, and then you can kind of get up. With this one here, you were just like knocked down, so you had no movement when you got up. However, you still have an action and bonus action. Is how I'm ruling this one.
All right. Sounds good. So I'm gonna Can I see which one is weaker out of the two creatures that are facing me currently?
It's not hard to tell. The southern one that has a blade sticking out of its eyeball that Cedar just kind of threw into it. It's on its last leg.
All right, so the southern one has got the stabbed eyeball. I'm gonna cast a first level inflict wounds on it
Okay.
and try and put this thing in the ground or ship, I suppose. That's gonna be a natural 20,
Yes.
and that is gonna be no, it's 3d10s of damage. Where am I? 3d10s. Oh goodness. Yeah, so that is gonna be.
It dies.
It's.
It's the dead.
So even if you were to roll minimum damage,
Yeah.
you would still kill it.
I mean, that's 15.
Yeah,
but
it's
correct.
super dead. It's there is no chance of coming back from end cap. It literally, as you inflict the wounds, its body literally rots apart. It was already
Ew.
kind of just like, it literally begins to boil, and you smell the decay now from the necrotic damage, just as it turns into a pool of gush on the ground.
That's from me just constantly blasting you with
Nice.
necrotic.
And then to finish my turn, I'm going to look at the other one and say, "You're next."
All right, and that'll bring us to Kittis.
Okay. So what
Don't
can
die.
I do? Because I don't want to fall.
Hold on.
So you can do whatever you want to do. Technically, a grapple, you would do a strength contest to see if you would break the grapple.
Here's
However,
the thing, though. I'm outside. If I fight it, give me a second. I will. If I fight it, am I falling?
you would probably have to make a save to see what happens next.
So I'm just gonna scream for help
Okay.
because I have disadvantage on saves, guys.
Oh, because you're tired.
Oh yeah.
So,
It's your time.
Gale, Kittis, and let's see. How do I want to? Do I want to have this a roll off between all of you guys? Let's see. No, we can roll it environmental here. So plus partial cover from audio. Okay. So I have a flat rate number. She just screamed for help. Dana, roll that with disadvantage because you were very far away. Cedar and Gale, let's see if you guys can roll a perception to see if you hear her.
Okay. And is that just a straight up perception, no disadvantages or anything like that?
No, the only one that has disadvantage from distance is Dana.
Okay.
It's a 10.
That's gonna be 7.
Dang it!
I've got the bloodlust.
Dana, what'd you roll?
Oh no. Oh.
Dana is deaf.
Dana does not hear anything.
So, yeah. Well, it makes sense, right? Because the wind.
Dana's so far away.
The wind.
Dana's got pieces of Mothman in her ears.
Yeah, she's outside. She's already in a weakened state, kind of gasping for breath. The ship is moving through the air, so that's really ultimately all you can hear is the wind blowing past the ship.
Hold on.
And
So-
no one hears her, and she's still missing.
You know what? In the meantime, I'm gonna see how. I want to basically observe it because I'm like, I'm stuck here anyway.
Like, so how's the weather?
I'm just gonna stay here and just try to analyze it. Can I do that?
This is what you see in true form. Its wings.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Its wings very very thin cloth, almost translucent. It does have bones kind of sticking out of its back as it has this mane of feathers. You can't really tell if the feathers are all feathers or if it's feather and fur. But it's almost owl-like in nature, but the mutation of lunar light seems to permeate through its body as its face kind of glows when the sun hits it through the moon hits it through the clouds. And this is exactly what you're looking at. It seems to be a Fey-like type creature, right? Possibly also a descendant from the Owlin race, but not something that you are familiar with.
It's so pretty though. I wish you would stop attacking me. I want to make it my friend. Can I have one of these as a pet?
Oh no, that's gonna be
Oh
so
dear.
weird.
Let's see.
That's
So
gonna be
Dana, you're
weird.
up.
All right. What does it take? Action, bonus action, free action, to bamf out King.
What's your intention? What do you mean?
I want to ride King down towards the enemies. King is the horse.
The horse. Yeah. Okay.
The horse used the elevator.
So okay. Um. Okay. Here's what we could do then. I will say you could take your action to kind of, because he's on a pendant, right? If I remember right,
Mhm.
around your
Yeah.
neck. Like you could like summon him with your action essentially.
Mhm.
I will say that if you use your movement and his, he'll just kind of ignite into flame and just kind of burn out through, and you can have like one swing to attack. Like if you want to just like take a swooping attack, I'll say you can have your bonus. You know how you have the bonus attack.
Mhm.
I'll say you can take your bonus attack swing if you wanted to.
Okay.
Just
but I
for
can,
rule of cool.
Yeah, but I can get all the way down there on
I'll-
top of King.
Yeah, just I want you to tell me exactly what happens.
Okay.
But yes, you can get down there and make one attack.
Okay. But so I'm gonna see Gale get knocked to the ground and just get not necessarily beat to shit, but kind of beat to shit by these two creatures. Um, and I'm just gonna think about all that we went through on top deck and how there's no way that like even I could not survive this kind of onslaught after what we just went through top deck. Um, so I am going to just start full on sprinting down towards the enemies, and as I'm about to just put everything I have into this dash, I feel the pendant slapping against my chest, and I just rip it off my neck, and I like discus throw it out, and I jump in the air, and as King apparates, I land on his back, and he charges his full movement down towards the enemy.
I love it.
So cool.
Go ahead and take your
Here
swing.
for it.
For a 19 to hit.
Yeah,
That-
that
I think
hits.
that hits.
For maximum damage of 11.
So you, and that's just slashing, right?
Yes.
So you you just kind of get there. The lower deck wood begins to kind of catch on fire as King just gallops through, and you lean over and take this swing, and it decapitates the the owl. Its head creates a thump as it rolls to the deck, and its body falls lifeless to the ground.
Love it.
Isn't that both
And-
of them
Nice one.
down?
No.
I thought Gale killed the other one.
He
Oh,
did.
yes, Gale
He
did.
did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but there's the one outside we've still got to deal with.
Yeah, the outside one is still left.
So then, is there any chance that King would get an action?
I mean, what's the intent?
I want to have him action dash, do the little sky jumping thing, and go try to get that and try to grab Kittis away from that creature.
Wait, did you know I was out?
Yeah, that's the only problem is no one
King
knows
does.
she's
Fair.
Maybe King does. He can sense it. No, I'm kidding. I'm just reaching for straws here.
Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. I like the rule of cool. We're almost done with content, or combat, so we can mess around. Have King roll a perception.
Okay.
I'll say it'll be a base roll +2. I don't think we ever made a stat block for him, but
The Nightmare actually has a stat block if you'd like to use it.
we can go with that stat block then. Yeah, Nightmare. Do you need me to look it
Okay.
up, or you got it?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just use
Uh,
Nightmare stat.
So the Nightmare stat for perception is just a +1, so it's actually worse. But
Yeah.
that's a 17.
King motions you to the hole in the deck. Like he'll kind of turn and kind of start to immediately begin going up to the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't necessarily translate why. Um, but your intent would to be kind of jump out
Okay.
and
So yeah, I'll trust him. I'll use his 90-foot flying speed to get outside if I'm allowed.
So you
Even the
now
horse is
this
faster.
horse jumps and kind of begins to gallop through the sky, keeping up with the ship as its side. And you see her pinned to the deck from this kip.
Okay. So then,
Um,
given that that's all I can do, I'll just maintain pace with this creature and I'll scream out to the others, Kidis is out here. I need your help.
okay. Cedar, you're up.
Oh my gosh! And I dash. I run. I don't know if I dash, but I run over to the hole. And I want to like jump out and get as close to the creature as I can.
Yes. So you could probably get right up on it.
Cool. Can I get like onto its back?
You want to attempt to grapple it?
Well, actually, wait. No, I want to grab the wing and cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
Key. Let's find. Where is my stuff? There we go. Shocking Grasp. Okay. Are we gonna be friendly?
Melee
Maybe
attack.
friendly?
Melee attack against it, right? Let's see. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target's with made of metal. Okay, yeah. So just a normal attack.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
It just didn't work. I got a 9
Nine total.
to hit. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Can I take a bonus action?
Technically, yeah.
Yes. Then I want to take a bonus action and take another of the knives and just try to like rip a hole in its wing, since I can see that its wing is pretty thin.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's change dice. Okay, that is a natural 19 for
So
26.
Oh yeah, it hits.
So let's go over to actions. Find the psychic blade. Deal psychic damage 1d6 plus the ability mod. So okay, 1d6 plus 4, 5 damage.
Okay. Interesting.
I just rip a hole through its wing.
Okay. It kind of looks. It feels the pain, acknowledges you're there, sees now an owl flying after it, a giant flaming horse that seems to be jumping on nothing to keep after it, sprinting, and it kind of knows that it's been made at this point. But it brings it to his turn. So he's going to do the only thing he can do to save his life.
Okay.
And he is going to basically punt Cedar down with a 19 to hit.
That hits!
You take 10 damage, Kittis.
I'm at negative
Sorry.
1 now.
No. Not I meant to say Kittis. So he's not attacking Cedar. He's attacking Kittis.
Okay.
Sorry. So he is going to basically let go of Kittis,
Bye, guys.
bash her down
Peace out.
to increase her acceleration, and he's going to take off.
And I use my reaction instead of attacking to try and grab Kidis.
So what I need from Cedar and Dana, I will give you each an attempt to grab her as she
Strength or
begins to
dex?
fall. And I'll do Dex for you both.
Love it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Acrobatics or a dex check?
Acrobatics.
Love it.
Is that acrobatics for me too, or?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So Dana grabs her. Now, Dana, I need you to make a strength check now. Just straight strength.
Okay.
Because you're catching something at terminal-ish velocity.
7.
7?
Do I get advantage because I'm on king by chance?
Oh yeah, because I mean, King's not very strong either, but King is assisting.
Well,
I'll
he
say.
is. He is an 18 in strength.
Yeah, so yeah.
Dang. It's a
I'll
buff
Wowzers.
horse.
yeah, I'll say because you're on the horseback. Yeah, go ahead.
This
Okay.
horse lifts.
That is a 15 for a 16.
15 for a 16. And what was Cedar's again too? No,
15.
she was 15. Yeah, okay, so she missed the grab, but you grabbed and caught. Okay, so that's the strength. It's going to knock the wind out of you. Because you're catching her. It's only really 1 damage. But because I just rolled it, it really wasn't that much. But you caught her.
Okay.
She's now in your arms, and King is kind of galloping alongside this ship in the air. Cedar just gasps as she goes to grab and misses. And the owl, the Keepine, vanishes into the clouds. And combat is over.
Nice.
Thanks. Can we take a break real quick to get some more water and stuff?
Yep, I was gonna say let's take if you guys want a 5-6 minute break, we'll take a quick refresh, and we'll play for a little bit more.
Love
Yeah,
it.
sounds good. I've got work tomorrow, so I can't be on too late. I'll if I go for another half an hour, that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I figure that's probably what we'll be around too. I gotta go grab some stuff from my mom's house here after play, so.
I just think I did pretty well being a lone wizard facing
Oh,
off
yeah.
against
Oops. Sorry.
You
and
didn't
for
die from
everybody-
1d4 damage.
And
So
for
nice
everybody
work.
watching, we will be right back in about 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
please sit
Bye.
tight. We just need a breather. We'll be back. Welcome back, Dana.
Fucking rough.
Was it? Yeah, no, I had two encounters planned for this one here, but I'm probably gonna save the mechanic and not tell you guys what my plan was because there's always more mechanics to the fight, so
Oh yeah,
I'll save it for now. But
love it.
I realize that no matter where you guys travel, it's the only time I seem to be able to attack you.
When's the only time we can get attacked?
I was like, I only seem to attack you guys when you're traveling.
Let's just stay in one
That's
place.
true.
That's because if we're in
Well-
towns, we roleplay a
Well,
lot.
no, we were in Nexus, and we fought Shalius
That's
twice,
true.
technically back to back.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Girder fought.
Mm-hmm.
And Girder.
Girder.
Girder was awesome.
Girder. But yeah, so it was funny actually. While I was on break, my wife scared the crap out of me. So I was literally walking out, and I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Boo," and I'm like, "Oh man, it was almost bad."
It was almost bad. That's
Was the Pokemon? But okay, so I have no idea what goiter is.
It's like a medical thing.
Yeah, they're saying it's a medical thing. So
It's the medical
might
thing. It's
be-
the neck when there's like
Anyways,
really big.
Anyways, okay, sorry. Peanut Gallery is closing now. We're going back to game. How's it going, everybody?
all good.
Hi,
Hi.
They say hi.
hi, Mrs. Doku. I don't know your name.
It's like Mrs. Doku. It's actually really easy to remember. It's Christina. So
I was
Hi,
gonna say
Christina.
Doka.
Doka, yes.
Okay.
It's Doka. Doku's my handle in Discord. She's looking at me all weird. Anyways, moving on. Yes, so good break.
All right. But yeah, you just got grabbed out of the
So
game.
I'm
Right, the second
So-
you guys land on deck, I'm gonna cast a prayer of healing
Yes.
because, quite frankly, we all need it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I will say between horse and winged folk, everyone kind of gets carried up to topside deck. And why am I missing tokens now? Where did we go? I'm missing
Where's,
Dana.
oh, there's Steven.
Why am I missing Dana?
Dana's
Oh, there
Dana's
she is.
right by the little ship thing looking thingy in the.
She
the
blended
basement.
in. All right. So you all make it topside. And you want to cast your, you said prayer of healing?
Yep, it'll take me 10 minutes, but when I'm finished, we'll all get 20 points of healing.
Dang.
Yeah.
20 points of healing.
Yep. And that was
Great.
my last third level spell slot.
Nice. So the ship speeding up through the night because of the encounter. You guys kind of made it early, a little earlier than anticipated. You can kind of see the outline of the Blessed Isle in the distance, even though it's dark. The sun not even really peeking up just yet. Just this light illumination fills the sky as you can see the outline of the isle as you kind of come through and down. The boat kind of begins to slow down again. The crew begin to kind of mend their wounds and heal. They kind of pick up and start to clean. Everyone begins to kind of repair. And they begin to kind of do a head count. You see the XO running around with a clipboard. He walks by, checks off 4 boxes or 5 boxes when he sees you in a tabaxi that didn't really help out very much. And everyone, he just kind of starts beginning to kind of make everyone accountable. And he says something under his breath that you can't quite make out, but everyone seems to kind of now be in damage control mode. That happens, the prayer goes off, you guys all heal 20 points of damage, and you have made it through another night.
I go try to collect bodies. before any of them are taken away. I try to find the most intact body I can find.
Go for the Mothman.
Go for the
So,
Mothman.
interestingly enough, the Mothman is gone.
I don't like
Somebody
that.
stole the Mothman.
But
Hate that.
the owls, I will say, there are a couple of them scattered throughout the deck and on the ship. So if you wanted any of those or body parts from them, you can collect one or two, however you want. But the Mothman himself is gone.
I would like to try to collect 2 of them, like the most intact ones I can find.
Okay. You do so, and as you collect them, you find, if you were to collect the ones, bless you, from the deck, they said bless you as well.
Bless you.
There was
Dumpster.
one near the southern part of the deck. When you collect it, you also collect one of the flint glocks that.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The child has a gun.
That it picked up when it had died and it was going to use to attack. And if you want the stats for that, we can get them in a little bit. I jokingly called it a flint glock, but its technical name is fire wand.
A fire wand. Nice.
And what you'll notice about the fire wand is it takes 2 fire charges, and what it does is it drains the entire charge, and fires off an attack that does 3d12 damage.
Would I even be able to use it?
Not without fire charges, and maybe not even with.
If you were to, yes, it shouldn't be that bad. Hold on, let me double check.
Still keeping it.
I know you're still keeping
I'm
it.
so glad one of us is getting a firearm in this campaign.
It's the one that shouldn't.
Absolutely. This is the equivalent of little mister getting a gun.
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, there shouldn't be any reason why you couldn't. It doesn't have any, at least the homebrew one that I'm looking at, because I'm not counting the ones with dwarves and stuff, because those are super rare. But yeah, this one's homebrew. This one doesn't really take any sort of requirements, because it's magical in and of itself. Since it's a homebrew item, yeah, there's no strength or dex requirements for it. So yes, if you wanted to wield it, you potentially could, but it will drain 2 fire charges per shot. It has since been discharged and is empty. So if you wanted to use it again, you would have to find the charges, but yes.
So I can potentially steal charges off the ship.
Could you attempt to steal charges off the ship? Yeah, if you can find them. Mm-hmm. That wouldn't be too hard. You just have to steal a few.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Does Dana see any of this?
So you're kind of on deck. She's collecting bodies on deck. She's examining flint. She's around the corner. Roll a general perception, I guess.
Okay.
Because she wasn't necessarily hiding what she's doing.
That's a 20.
So yeah, you can see that I'm assuming you put the bodies in your bag.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Okay. So you can see her put 2 bodies in the bag, pause for a moment, put what looks to be one of the handguns in the bag as well.
Dana just walks over and goes, "We're not using charges. I don't give a shit what you think. We're not using charges.
It's shiny. It's mine now.
I'll alter it. We're not using charges.
You can alter it.
I can alter it. I have ideas. Give it to me."
Terrifying.
I pull it back out of the bag. I will get it back, right?
Yes.
It's mine.
Mm-hmm.
That is agreed.
Well, if it survives, you'll get it back.
Then why won't it survive?
Oh god.
Testing takes sacrifice.
I don't want to sacrifice it. It's pretty.
Don't care.
It's pretty. It's
Don't care.
mine. It is
Give it to
mine.
me. Yes, it is. Give it to me, and you'll and at bare minimum, you'll get the remains.
Will the remains still be shiny?
Yes.
Okay.
And she takes the gun.
Alright.
Now, what to name my moon owl creatures? I could animate them.
Oh, mercy on a stick. No.
Okay.
The DM did.
What did I do?
Look at chat.
Picture looks awesome.
Oh, look.
The who gave the child a gun?
I gave the child a gun.
The
Oh
DM.
my goodness,
DM.
that's so cool.
So, Sully, most of the time, if you have the question, who gave the child fill in the blank, the answer is the DM.
Because all of them are smarter. The DM likes me, though.
Honestly, it
Like
was
you do. I just won't give you things that'll bite me in the rear later.
That's not fun.
And I mean, anyone could use it. I mean, maybe Cedar could use it to actually hit things now, you know?
Oh,
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I came here to have a good time, and I'm feeling so attacked right now.
So,
emotional damage.
if you do alter it, we'll talk about the stats of the weapon once it's altered, okay? Because
Okay.
I'll rebuild it at the time you modify it, if you're
Mhm.
taking away the charge usage.
I am definitely taking away the charge usage.
Okay.
So Cedar kind of looks around and kind of sees like all of the destruction that just happened. She just kind of goes, I'm sorry. And then she just like starts going down the stairs kind of at a quickish pace because she just is trying to get away.
Oh, yeah. Because no one knows.
Goodness.
That you're the one that made the Parky boom.
Yeah.
Would Gale see Cedar trying to leave the crime scene, as it were?
Since you guys were all above deck, you saw Kiddis and Dana kind of go off and have a discussion about something that she's doing.
And Kate is getting increasingly more agitated
right.
and then slowly giving in.
If Cedar is skulking away and you were the only other person really engaged with her, then yes, you would see her kind of skulking away.
Okay. Gale's gonna sort of follow her down because he knows that she's probably not feeling great at this moment.
She's kind of trying to find some like storeroom or something, like just somewhere where she can like get away, you know?
It wouldn't be too difficult to find. Most everybody's kind of engaged working through the night to fix up the boat and everything. So yeah. Oops, wrong music. So yes, it would not be too difficult to yeah.
I'm gonna put her in this storeroom then.
Okay.
And I don't know if she notices Gale following her or anything, but she just kind of closes the door behind her, and she kind of like puts her hood on, and her wings just kind of go around her, like just kind of cocoon almost.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
you're just kind of hiding. Gale,
Yeah.
Gale following you would have seen you enter had he wanted to, but it's pretty clear you're trying to get away. You pass by a couple of the crew, but they pay you no mind as they're just kind of all now working to kind of fix and repair things. You have a couple people you can kind of hear as you pass them discussing the hole in the Exo's room, and he's just kind of like, man, now I'm still not going to be able to sleep. He's like, first a little girl takes it, then a hole's blown in it. Jeez, man, no luck this trip, and he just seems kind of disappointed.
Before this conversation takes place, Dana is gonna, once she gets the gun off of Kiddis, is going to go downstairs and go start repairing the hole with mending and doing what she can to assist in repairs.
Okay, so you just kind of want to like periodically just help and cast mending on stuff.
Yep. Just mending, prestidigitation, whatever I need to fix stuff up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I will say that the big hole is probably a little too much to mend, but a lot of the smaller damage to the deck and where the talon scratches, a lot of the battle damage and stuff like that, I can definitely say you can take care of over the course of a few hours. Where
Okay.
like yeah, so like a lot of the minor cosmetic damages and stuff,
Mhm.
and even with mending a couple of square feet of the major hole to make the room at least a little bit more livable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it was kind of like staircase, hole in wall, like kind of like big 20-foot hole. So, yeah, I can say you probably repaired half of the hole, and then a lot of cosmetic damage, along with a lot of the other crew.
Mhm.
You can tell they're used to this type of thing, so the ship is actually starting to almost look better than it did before the damage, sans some of the major shots.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Okay.
that's me.
Cool.
Um,
Cedar's hiding. Kittis is collecting things.
And eventually I make my way down and I'm going to meditate to try to get rid of the rest of the exhaustion
Good
points.
for you.
Yeah. Yeah, good thinking. DM picks the cat.
Yes, sorry. It's a kitty cat.
Can we see the cat?
Sure.
Oh,
Aw.
hello.
No.
So cute.
Adorable. Hello.
I don't know. You might not be able to tell, but let me see.
Little
She's
Toby.
got extra toes.
Oh,
Aww.
that's so cool.
But Mom handed her to me, so she must be being bad right now. Yeah, we
Oh
named her
no, what a
after,
punishment to be under a cat.
Right.
Oh no.
We named her Luciano because we thought her name was originally Luciano because we thought she was a boy. But she was not boy. She was girl. So we named her Lucy.
No.
So,
Cute.
and fun fact for you and anyone else who's watching, since we're on a ship, captains aboard ships, pirate ships and things like that, and sailors in general, used to actually get polydactyl cats with extra toes, because they thought they were lucky. So they would actually bring them aboard with the rest of the crew
I
to
love
help
that.
bring luck.
That's so
Cat
cool.
facts.
Cat facts.
Cat facts.
But okay, so Cedar's doing that. Gail, what did you officially want to do? Anything in particular?
Yeah, Gail was going to try and check in and see how she was. He's just going to sort of gently knock on the door to the storeroom.
Hello?
Cedar, are you in there?
Oh, hey, yeah? I'm in here.
Is it okay if I come in? You just sort of walked off
Sure.
unexpectedly.
Are you decent? Like,
I'll
Sure,
sort of gently
whatever.
sort of open the door. Come on in. Hey, you. What's up?
It was my fault. I didn't mean to. It wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to just stay in the writing stage. I wasn't going to implement anything until I was on land.
Wait. What was your fault?
And I kind of opened the page in the sketchbook where I've been like sketching out the spell, and I just kind of turn it around.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to make a spell.
Huh.
I've done it before, and I've been wanting to make a new one recently, and it wasn't supposed to go off,
You
but
couldn't
it
have
did,
known
and
this.
now people are dead, and I've caused more deaths again.
Look, Cedar, you couldn't have known this was going to go off. This isn't on you.
Sometimes unexpected stuff happens during spell creation. I should have been more careful. Should have anticipated it. Or something. I mean, what if there had been actual force damage to it? I was in the room with Kittis.
Look, I know you're always careful. You're always trying to look after people. And things could have been much worse. But look, you shouldn't be blaming yourself on this.
This one was literally my fault. The noise came from my book and from my spell when they specifically asked us to be quiet. And
There's no
now
way you could.
two or three of the crew are dead. None of them know it was my fault, and
You didn't know what was going to happen. Either way, just you keep blaming yourself. You're going to beat yourself up about stuff. And trust me when I say this: the more you hurt yourself, the more pain you're going to be in. I know you've had it really rough. You need to start learning that things aren't your fault. Sometimes bad things happen. And like I said, this could have been much, much worse. So at least there's that.
Yes.
For what it's worth, I kind of want to see the spell when it's finished anyway.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop developing it. From what I've seen, at least the kickback was somewhat related to the intent of the spell.
Well,
But
that's good
What?
though. At least you've got something there.
yeah, I guess. I mean, it better work since 2 people have died for it.
3.
3.
DM's helping.
It better work since 3 people died for it.
I'm sure it will do. I mean, regardless of whether people have died or not, you're a pretty smart wizard. Like one of the smartest people I've met. If anyone can make a spell work, I'm sure it's going to be you.
That means a lot. Thank you. Why are you so nice? I'm genuinely curious.
Don't know. I guess I just don't want to see people get hurt, and that sort of extends to I want to see people. Maybe I don't know. I guess that a psychologist had a field day with me or something, but I don't know. I just try not to be a complete dick.
Like
God,
Shalius.
yeah. Gosh, I felt really uncomfortable saying that word. Don't tell the others, please.
Your secret's safe with me.
Thanks. And I won't tell anybody about the spell. Don't worry.
I feel like I should tell the captain or something. I mean, it'd be the right thing to do, wouldn't it?
I guess it would be.
Oof.
But I'll stand by his side.
Can you come with me when I tell him?
Of course.
Thank you.
That's what friends do.
I literally stole the holy symbol off you the other day to prove a point,
Yeah.
and you're still so positive.
Well, for being completely honest, I've never had anything stolen from me before. And
Are you sure?
yeah, why?
No, I'm just saying I don't know if you'd have noticed. Like, let's just say I'm glad you haven't run into too many rogues other than me and Akarin.
Well, we didn't really run into a lot of thieves up in the mountains.
True.
Plus, I mean, you taking my symbol like that was really impressive. I mean, it was around my neck, and you just took it off.
Yeah.
I know I certainly couldn't have done that, not with the amount of glitter I'm leaving behind.
No, definitely not. Well, thank you. I'm not used to feeling comfortable around people, but I think you're one of the closest things I feel to being comfortable around a person. So,
I'm just glad that you can be somewhat comfortable around me.
and the part where I'm not comfortable, not your fault. All right, let's go tell the captain that it's my fault 3 of his men are dead. This should be a fun conversation.
Maybe don't word it like that.
I
Just-
can word things better in the moment
Yeah.
sometimes.
Okay,
And I want to go and see if we can find the either the captain or the other dude we were talking to.
XO. So
Yeah.
the captain, Gale would probably know where he was, just because the captain seems to really only be either in his room or in the navigation deck. So you would assume that since someone is still flying, that he would probably be in there. If you wanted to talk to the XO, he's still kind of like cleaning up his room.
I knock on the door
to the
for the XO, I think.
for the XO.
Yeah, because we haven't met the captain yet, and I don't know if I want to walk in and say, "Hey,
What up? It's
Guess what I
me.
did? Like, what up? I murdered your people.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
whoopsie doodles."
Like,
Hooey, look at those dead bodies up there.
So you.
Your Honor, I'd like to plead whoopsie daisies.
Whoops. I plea the whoopsie daisy? What? My constitutional right to whoopsie daisy. You know it.
You know. You know the one.
You know the one, yeah. So you'll hear the knock and the door will kind of creak open as you hit it, and as you walk in, you'll see a couple of people with just some scrap wood, and you'll see Dana actually casting mending kind of on the wall, attempting to also fix it. So there are a few people in the room between Dana and the XO, and then a few others, and the door just kind of opens because it wasn't it was kind of ajar to begin with.
Sir, may we speak in private-ish?
Yeah, sure. And he'll kind of zip his little hand around, and people that we're fixing will put the stuff down. Dana can choose whether or not she listens to the "get out of my room" signal.
Oh no, she stays. She kind of already figured out what's going on.
Okay. Then yeah, so now it is just you, Gale, Dana in a room with the XO.
So the loud noise. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It happened. I didn't plan for it, but it was my fault.
So you're saying this was your doing?
Yes.
This hole in my ship in the middle of the night? My crewman dead?
It's my fault.
It is your fault, huh? So you made noise. You just suddenly decided to cast a spell?
I didn't mean to. It was supposed to. I try to write spells sometimes, and it was supposed to stay only in the writing stage. It wasn't supposed to implement.
Look, we let you on our ship as a grace because we didn't understand the relationship or the dynamic with the new king of the city. We operate independent of him. Well, you now, I guess. And I told you this was my ship, and I told you the set of rules, and now men are dead. And you can't replace them, can you? Can you replace my lost seamen? Airmen?
Mhm.
Boatmen? And he's just frustrated now. He can't even really get his words out.
I can't.
That's what I thought. So I'll tell you what. I want you off my boat. And I don't care how many azure daggers you flash at me. Any future dealings we have with the guild, any trade, any use of my ship is done. And I speak on behalf of the captain because I'm sure he will agree with me. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I have half a mind to just throw you into the air, and I probably would off the side of this deck. If I didn't know, you'd probably just fly anyway.
Deserved.
And anything you want to do to try to repair this relationship, don't even bother. When we hit land, leave.
Yes, sir.
By the way, this is not me. Kidis is not in this room. I was wondering if after my rest, I will get my spell slots back.
I mean, you're taking a 4-hour trance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least until next day, you'll have, I think just 1 point of exhaustion officially. Your life and spell slots will be back, though. You'll just have 1 point of exhaustion still.
Alright. So, I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna do...
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, yes, possibly, potentially. But basically, I'm gonna do the commune with dead for the 3 sailors, I guess, that were lost.
Are their bodies even there?
There's
right.
I just need something
stuff
tied to them.
Right. It's technically with the boat work.
That's what I'm hoping. But it's up to the DM if I think the boat will work as a tether.
As a tether, it may. I mean, they kind of lived and worked on the ship, and they were a part of its crew, and they fought and protect. I mean, yeah, it's as good a tether as any.
Yep. So, I'm gonna use the commune with dead, and I'm assuming I'll have to do it 3 times for each of, like, for one for each of them.
If you want to take some more time to cast it ritually, I'll say we can probably, you could do all 3 at the same time if you wanted to. It's up to you
Okay.
though.
I guess I'll try to do all 3. My worry is though, do I think that'll make it so they have too short of time to give their final words?
No. If you do it ritually, using the boat as a pretty big anchor, I'd say it would be fine. Just
All
for
right.
thematic purposes, it's fine.
So basically, I kind of lock the door. So sorry to all of you guys. And cast the spell. I put the 2. Would I have to put 6 down?
You would, yeah.
So I put down my 6 gold. Oh. Put down the 6 gold. And then I add the blood. And I start the ritual.
Okay. I will say that all 3 apparitions or souls essentially appear. They start off as small flames that grow brighter and bigger until they actually take the ethereal shape of how they looked just moments prior. And on their way through their journey, they kind of stop and come back to actually talk to you. Each one of them will take a coin, both coins, and like slide them away, and they kind of dissolve from your physical plane to theirs as they'll place them over their eyes and begin to talk to you.
Do you have any last words you'd like to say to your loved ones before you pass on?
They kind of look at each other, mostly shake their head at you, and one of them in the middle will actually speak up. And he's like, just hope that the crew continues to feed Susie.
Okay. I hope your souls find rest and you're able to go where you're meant to be. And I am sorry for your loss of life.
I'm just glad I was dead before I hit the water, honestly. That would have probably hurt.
I most definitely would have.
And then the other one kind of talks and be like, we knew the risks when we boarded a ship like this. I mean, to go up against whatever those are, it was a good journey while it lasted, but most of us were on our last legs of lives anyway. It was an honor to fight with you, and I'm glad to see that you're still alive. The middle one talks again, and you realize the middle one, as his form takes a little bit more detailed of an image, it was the one that was below deck with you that literally stalled for time, so that way you could continue to live for another turn.
I just wish I could have helped you more.
You lived. That's really all I could have wanted. It was nice to serve on the ship, but I'm glad I can at least go out a hero, and his soul will fade, leaving the other 2.
You all are good people.
Well, it was fun while it lasted, and the other one will kind of go, and the last one will kind of look at you and could have really been avoided, though. It's unfortunate, but at least I went out on my feet. And you kind of feel for the first time since you actually communed with someone dead that there was actually a lot of resentment there.
I mean, besides Shalius?
Yeah, aside from Shalius. Shalius, though, had a plan. This guy is just like, well, I'm going to start my journey, I guess. But he harbored some definite resentment. But as you kind of feel that feeling wash over you, he fades away. And then you kind of feel Philo on your shoulder, like patting the side of your head to kind of tell you good job.
Thanks, buddy. And she stands up and puts her hands together and says, may your souls find rest. And then she goes to pass on like the word like she normally does.
All right. Um,
But, and including the crew continuing to feed thing.
cool. Yeah. As you hear, as you kind of tell someone in the halls, um, he kind of yells down the hallway and be like, "Hey, Susie, make it!" And one of the crewmen comes out with like a piece of toast in his mouth and a cat underneath his arm. He goes, "This one? Yeah." It's like, "It's yours now." It's like, and then you see the other crewman. Yes. As he now has a pet to call his own. It's almost like a promotional type thing, and he's just excited now that he has a kitty.
That's adorable.
I must
Oh,
go,
yeah.
guys. Nobody dies. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Aldrich. Thank you for hanging out. If you're still here, it's good to be with you and good to perform for you.
But yeah. So once Kittis finishes her round, she once again goes back to resting.
Yeah. Kitty
Okay.
sleep.
So as you kind of the sun begins to kind of crest over and the ship begins to kind of brighten up and the torches die as natural light begins kind of flushing over the boat, you hear the whistle just as they really begin to kind of descend down, and as they begin to kind of prep, they're exhausted but they're still working. The XO pounds on the door where Cedar and Gale are, signals to Dana, who's kind of walking out of the XO's room as he was fixing it, or as he was following you out and closing the door behind you after you fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of pushes you into your group, and then finds Kittis resting. Someone from the crew kind of points out where she was, and he's like, "Go get her." And he will basically rally all three of you, take you below deck, and kind of without a word, kind of usher you you all below deck. And there'll be a crewman waiting aboard one of the small little schooners, which are the basically lifeboats with wings. That were flying around the ship, and he's like, "You guys on? You're not making landfall with us, so take the ship and leave.
We're leaving already?
Just send it back in one piece. Don't destroy it like you do everything else." And he's like literally digging right at Cedar as he says that. And he kind of ushers you all to get onto the boat.
Before we depart, sir, I thought I'd thank you for your hospitality thus far on this journey. I hope you recognise that nothing that we did was formed from malice or any ill will towards you and your crew. And apologies for the state of your ship and for the loss of life.
Well,
I
So
speak for all of
sorry.
us.
spoken like a true cleric.
Oh, don't worry. They've already started their journey.
And he'll kind of nod. He'll be like, "I think at this point the only one welcome back is her." And he'll point at Dana. "Thanks for taking care of the Mothman and the repair of the ship. I appreciate what you tried to do for my room, but we'll get it the rest of the way."
Of course. And I know it won't make up for what happened and the loss, but may I have one question before I go?
Make it quick.
How much is standard fare of your ship?
I don't traditionally take passengers, but probably standard fare to the mainland probably be closer to 10 gold per head.
She hands 100 gold. Take double.
And you'll see him actually separate 6 and literally throw them in the hole leading out to the bottom of the ship, because it's a big open space at the bottom where the crane goes, and you guys are kind of standing next to it. He'll actually toss 6 one at a time down into the ocean, and he'll kind of put his finger on his forehead and May you receive them. And he kind of says a small prayer. And he nods to you and then walks away. And then as you guys shuffle on to the smaller ship, it kind of takes flight, and the crane kind of then grabs it and then drops it below deck. And as the larger ship is flying down, it kind of curls in to where it's about to dock, and you can actually almost make out people on the ground waiting to receive it as the smaller ship then flies off into the opposite direction, more northernly towards the mountains as you request. And it's probably a good place to end the session.
City, what did I do? Dana's
Like,
the only
Well,
one
it
allowed
wasn't
back.
what you did. It was what you didn't.
what
do.
you didn't do. Dana,
Yeah, because Dana, Gale, and Kiddis are all at the same level of fault, in that none of us caused the attack, but none of us did enough to stop their men from dying. But Dana was the only one that went back and worked on actively fixing things.
I called
made
their souls
amends.
back and paid their passage.
She
Asshole!
did.
You also did it in private with no one else around.
I also went and told the entire ship about what their last words.
So,
Meh.
yeah. So yes, thank you everyone for joining. It looks like we still have a few people, but we are going to go ahead and end the session for the night. And take
Thanks,
off.
everyone.
So, thank you guys,
Thanks,
everyone.
everybody.
See you later.
And
Yeah.
have a good one.